Alrighty. Oh, wait. Oh, geez. Alright. Well, very good, very good. Hope everyone's doing well today. Oh boy. I was trying to like wrap my head around what I was thinking. Sorry, I was just like one of those things where I'm like trying to wrap my head around, okay, what's my thought process today? And I had a realization. I was a bit I guess the way I would describe it is I was a bit tough with this game last week. Hey Naractum, hope you're doing well. But I was a bit tough last week with this game, and I had a realization why. And it's something where it's sort of the inverse flow of when I'm playing a game that's made by a big, like a big company game or something, and I'm told to raise my expectations very high, and I have to bring them back down to match where the game is. With this game, it's the inverse, where it's a game of a small team, as I recall. I believe it's... Let me see the option. Is it in options that I can see the credits? No. Okay. But this game is made by, I believe, 2 people. And if there's any auxiliary work, it's, just like a couple people. And so when you have 2 people, I bring my expectations to like a baseline where I'm like, okay, what do we got in terms of this game? And I want to see what they got. And I feel like with this game, it's that it consistently was doing very well. So it was one of those where I keep upping the standard because it's like, okay, where does this game sit? Because again, it's like, I think when it comes to like individuals and small teams, I would say 5 and less. I believe the standards are like you start lower and then you bring up, because it's like, okay, they're clearly proving their acumen as you play the game. Whereas with a big company, I expect that they're, it's like, to me, I think when you have a lot of people on a project, especially, I think the one I'm using as my comparison point right now is Digimon Time Stranger, where it's like, okay, this is a game that has been clearly, it's been, venerated, revered, and put up on a pedestal, and it's made by, dozens of people, maybe hundreds, and so my expectations are a little bit different, especially because it's industry regulars type thing. So it's a bit of a different process for me to analyze and, discuss a game when I'm talking about a game like this, because the difference between the two is that I have different expectations for people who have been in the industry for years and, have like a number of projects under their name and have been the programmer on different things, against, like if I'm hanging out watching playing, watching a, I shouldn't have done that. Wah. Oh well, there we go. There we go. Oh, that's funny. My cursor. Huh. Okay, hang on. Let me really quick, turn off cursor. For right now, I'll turn off cursor. I'll turn off capture cursor for right now, because I just realized it's gonna be... Oh, you know what I could do? Hang on. I know what I could do. Hang on. I'll just put it over here. That should work. Yeah, that should work. Okay, that should do it. Okay, we're good. We're good. But it's one of those things where again, I don't like to, no matter what game it is, I don't like to punch. The way I describe it is I don't like the idea of punching down on anything. All right, so we're gonna keep playing the new levels. I think I'm gonna go first to, let's go back to Sugar Town and see if there's let's go read some of the lore. Let's go read some lore while the ad break's running. I'll read some lore. Get a chance to look at the... Let's see, can I buy anything? 8 coin, I have 3. Interesting. See you soon. Hi Moni, do you have anything to report? I want to see... Sugar Town's fairies. Intriguing. But it's one of those things where when I'm playing games by individuals and small teams, I like to I prefer to give them academic rigor because I know that these are groups and teams that are. My hope is that they hear many angles, many viewpoints on their game, and they take what they can and make even better games going forward. Because my hope is that they continue to do the work they do. Because when I see stuff like this, my hope is that they continue to make more. I mean, my current hope with this particular this particular duo, I actually hope that this particular duo makes more games. I do think that their work is quite good. One of the biggest things I would say personally is that the fact that I've only ever found one tiny little game design click, like one problem. Doing all right, clocking 19 hours total between yesterday and today. It's also been extremely windy this week. Yeah, no, I heard it's supposed to get really windy today and tomorrow where I'm at. Why are my glasses so gross? What the heck? And I've heard that the weather is going to be particularly nasty the next couple days. So I hope everyone stays safe, because, man, when the weather's like this, I know it can be really dicey for some, so... But it sucks that you have to work 19 in total this week. That's a chonky work weekend. Holy crap. This tiny little thing on the front of my... Like something on the front of my glasses. Is it on the front of it? My glasses are horribly dirty right now. Hang on. Yeah, there we go. That should be better. Now I can see. But yeah, no, the weather's been horrible. The weather's been horrible this week. I don't know what the deal is with that. It just feels it's very bizarre. I'm uncertain why the weather has been so perturbing. Hopefully you can find the butterflies in levels. I think that's the hope. I think what I might do, just to see if I can find it with some, because I now have the glitch beam and we have a lot more, available abilities, I guess, to a certain extent. I think we could try and look for more, because I think I missed out on a lot of the lore. This is bronze. Do the stars change colors if I do the time faster? Well, let's use an example level. Let's play this level and see if we can find anything, if we can find some new secrets with what we know. Because this is a level before we got the... This is a level before we got the glitch beam. So maybe with the glitch beam we'll be have a bit more available. I think I already messed up because I think I was supposed to go up that way. Huh. Harpoon gun. Interesting. To say the least, very interesting, but... Okay. Nope. Blah. No blue coin for me. I don't think that's how it's supposed to do that, but it worked. Sometimes we just gotta take the things we get. But I think with this game in particular, it was... My notion was that I understood that this game has a lot going on, so I wanted to engage with it a bit differently. I think in this game in particular, one thing that I would say would be a consistent through line with my critiques of it. Ow. I think would be at least to my understanding of the game. I think the number of mechanics they introduce per level is a bit too high. I think that would be my biggest, my chief, I guess I would call it my chief concern with the game. It's kind of the only thing I have that would be like, oh, this is a genuine, hey, maybe next game spread. I think, and it's something I think it's more about spreading out the mechanics rather than simply removing them. I think by introducing them at a slower rate, maybe that would assist the thing I'm feeling. Because it does feel like a lot of things get introduced. Granted, I do think a lot of it is stuff that's familiar to people. Like, I think I said it last time that it's, if you're familiar with this particular, I would say, genre of games, if you're familiar with this era of gaming, I feel like it's not, you know, like a lot of this is familiar territory. You know, it's familiar ground for someone who's played. I think the games I pointed towards were, if I'm not mistaken, what I pointed to directly was Super Meat Boy. And I think that I hold to that. I think Super Meat Boy might be my cultural touch point for this game. And I think a lot of that still holds to me. Does this guy move? I swear I need him to go that way, yeah? Yeah, whatever. Ow. Hi, laser surf. Meow. Not bad. That's not bad at all. We do need to find the butterflies. Oh god. Wow. I'm trying to look for them. I see. Okay, I see. Also, there's a rare amethyst down there. So how do I get to that one? Okay. But yeah, there is. Oh, I see. You just need the destructible blades. Just this way. Doi. I think it's just doi. It is. It is just doi. Not bad. But I think that the reason I say that too many mechanics get introduced at a time, I think it's just because the number of new elements they introduce per level is quite high. Granted, like I said, I think that if you're familiar with these things, it definitely is not a like. It probably wouldn't even register on your mental radar if that was the case, you know, if like you see these kind of mechanics and you know them well from other games, it's easy to internalize what they are and what they mean. Wasn't this one of the ones that absolutely confused the crap out of me because I just wasn't sure what to do? Hello. Okay. Now jump. Oh god. Ugh. But I think with this, I think the continuous theme I have in my brain is that it's not so much a bad thing to introduce a lot of mechanics. It's more or less just that it can be very confusing for some players to have to... Oh god. Did I... Oh no, I didn't mess up. Hey, look at that. Now what do I do up here? Nothing. And nothing. But I feel like this game's, like, its biggest strength and biggest weakness is the fact that it has so many things going on. I think just the glitch beam alone would have been enough for like most of the gameplay. Like if it was you could have. I think that it's one of those things where I could very easily see a different future where the developers almost exclusively do only stuff with the glitch beam. Because frankly, the glitch beam is such a good mechanic anyway that it's one of those things where it almost doesn't need a stream streak. Hey, 15. Wow, 15. Oh, crap. Ow. But they introduce a lot of different mechanics. Oh, this is what I missed earlier. I do know that. I missed this button earlier. Don't think I remember how to get to it. But I do feel like this feel like this game introduces so many different things, and then it only really utilizes it in similar fashions across the game. Because one of the main things with introducing mechanics is you do want it to be sort of like telling a story. You want it to be to follow the setup, twist. You know, you want to put a twist on it every once in a while at least to try and to make additional variation on the gameplay. And in this game's case, I think the big one is just the sheer number of different mechanical things you have going on. It is really cool, but it also means that because the game doesn't quite develop them all equally, it does mean that some of them it kind of feels like, oh yeah, they're just in the level design for the sake of like it's almost like a familiarity thing. Because oh yeah, we have like this. I think the one I can say probably the most easily, like the buzzsaws up there. I think it's because 2D platformers have buzzsaws, and that works. It is, but again, it's like one of those things where it doesn't not work. But what it does do is it does feel like at times the mechanics are there, but they're not quite as developed as other things in the game. Ow. I guess to a lesser extent, now that I think about it, one thing I've noticed is the usage of the glitch beam. At least to my eye, it feels like the glitch beam, every enemy type seems to do something different, but sometimes the same enemy type can do different things because the level demands it. And that is fine, but it does also, it's one of those things where consistency can be a bit of an issue there. Not terribly large. It's one of those ones where it's like, oh, it's not too bad at all. Like I said before, though, I think the reason why I give this game, I put so much on this game's back is because I kind of foresee. Okay, I messed up. I think I wanted to go that way for a secret. Yeah, I did. Okay, hang on. I need a parish. Unfortunately, I do need a parish. I missed the secret. Nuts and bolts. But I think above all else, the thing that I noticed most with this game is the overwhelming amount of care that went into it. And it's something that I think, especially for smaller devs, it's the thing that we can do that can be done the most. If you're going to do anything in a game, is that you can put as much of your heart into it as you desire. Which it should be at all times 100%. You should give your 100% to a game like this because it's your child. It's your favorite. It's yours. I think especially when it's your firstborn, I think you put a lot. You definitely put a lot. I think it's natural to put a lot into it. Place stinks. Tristes Elfie. Where are these people? Moni, what are you doing? I'm on a quest. What about you? Are you back explaining to hunt the evil magician guy you hate so much? No, we got the guy last time. We're all here on vacation. I've heard things about tavern cliche, so I dragged Tris here. Gotta admit the food's delicious. I'll take your word for it since my food hasn't arrived. You've had, what, 4 plates so far? How come mine is still limbo? Fetch you a meal. We get Tris's a filet de lizard. We'll get you something truly wonderful. Filet de lizard. They wanted to go on vacation. I see. Side questing. So do I get it in the same room, or is it one of those ones where I get it from somewhere else? Oh god. Oh, I have money. I actually have no idea where to find that thing. But, meh, we'll figure it out. Meow. Let's see. Okay. I genuinely forget where some things are. I will say, I don't know why, but it's very funny to see flexible hours, dental insurance, and ninja training included. That's pretty good. Well, and as I was saying earlier, I think like the little details really do add up in this game, and I think that is where this game is at its strongest. Frankly, is that it's taken the time to put in the little details. Ow. Because I think that's where indie games have their most important pieces. What? Why did I do that then? Press the button, but what did it do for me? I do not know why I pressed the buttons. I actually feel like for a lot of people, I feel like whenever I talk about a game too much, it always sounds like I'm being mad about it. It's something I noticed with... I noticed that whenever I was talking to my friends about Digimon Time Stranger, is that they have this assumption that it's like, oh, well, do you like the game or no? And I'm like yes, but there's more to it than that. But I think it's because when a game poses the question of, like, poses a more thoughtful question than just, do I like it? Because it's not just a matter of, oh, do I like it, yes or no? It's more of a, okay, what is this game offering that is intriguing me so much? I think with this game in particular, I think the truth of it is that it's offering something to me, at least, that feels, hey, there's the dreams. Hey, I found it. I found the lore. Huh. Hello. What is this lore? He has a tiny cat. Whoa. Oh, it puts me out here? Oh, interesting. How intriguing. Oh god. Oh god. Whoa. Pushable statue. The man. Alright, there we go. Not bad. I think also with indie games especially, my mind likes to, I notice it now that I focus more on the objective when it comes to bigger budget games. And I think it's because I'm more lasered in on because I recognize that the game has a fair bit of budget to do as it will. Whereas with an indie game, I focus on the subject of like, okay, how is it doing? You know, how does it feel? How am I enjoying it? And also like, okay, what can be improved here? I guess I focus more on improvements because it's easier to direct feedback to a person than it is to direct feedback to a corporation. Maybe that's part of it. Because it feels like when I've played indie games from other developers before, it feels like, okay, this person can take that feedback and either directly ignore it or directly use it. And I say ignore it like quite lovingly, actually, because I have found that sometimes it's reasonable to listen to feedback and to take it in, but it's another thing to listen to feedback, take it in, and then also know, okay, does this help me or does it not? Because I've run into feedback myself where I'd say, yeah, I didn't get much from that. I'd even say some of the feedback I've given, maybe they would disagree and be like, no, I think we liked how he did it. And it's like, yeah, go ahead. Because I know that, like, to me personally, the only thing I would do is like, it would give, to me at least, I feel like with this game, it would give more of an excuse to have more levels to, you know, kind of split up the new mechanics across multiple levels. You know, give them a lot of room to breathe. It reminds me a bit of how Super Mario World was organized, because Mario World was organized in that fashion, where there were a lot more levels, but the main thing was that they made it so every time a new thing was added, they would have it get its own dedicated level, and then they would add it. Then they would like proceed. Okay, we're gonna add this to, we're gonna add these two things together and put them together. Which is essentially how it felt to do, at least to me when I like playing this game, is it feels like if I were to observe a universe where all of the mechanics were separated, I feel like you would end up with a game where it'd be much more, I feel like it'd be one of those times where the game basically is trying to advertise itself on, here's how many levels we have, you know, that kind of thing. Oh god. Ah, nope, I screwed up. Yeah, I screwed up. Oh, wait, I can go up here. There we go. Well, I hope this is enough to get me up to where I want to go. Maybe. I don't think we'll go 100% with this game, but I do think that I would at least take a good college try at getting as much as I can. Warning. I still don't know how to use those time thingies, so we'll have to wait on that for until later. Ow. Heck. Oh, what are you gonna do? All right, let's get out of here. That wasn't too bad though. I did okay. I feel like, given the level count and I would say the general compact nature of this game. All right, let's go to the newest area. Let's see what we got. I feel like due to the general compact nature of this game, I actually feel like, and I mean this as a sincere form of flattery, that this game is if I saw this game on one of the like Flash game sites, this would be one of those ones where it's like, it feels right at home with that era of the internet, and in a way I feel like that's the best. It's like, it feels like it pays homage to the bygone era of the 2000s internet, where the internet was in its, I'd say its adolescence, where it really was kind of somewhere special and unique, where there are still undiscovered sections of time, would be the way I'd describe it. That there was a time when the internet had undiscovered a temple. Maybe the Skull's owner's in there. Oh yeah, right. We're looking for the Skull's owner. Nice stone platform. What? Owie. For some reason, I feel like I've seen this before. Where have I seen this before, though? Could it have been... Oh, maybe it was somebody's stream. Maybe I stopped in on... Maybe I saw somebody streaming this once? I'm trying to remember when, though. Ow. But again, I think this game feels very much like it was born from a nostalgia for that time. That's how it feels to me. If that seems... It may seem a bit strange to say as much, but it's one of those things where I think it's because of that era of time, that time with the internet was, I think it was quite special. It was especially for games that would kind of be in their own space, you know, this era of very much a period of time when a lot of what was going on was just segment. It was like separated from everything else. Owie. I don't know how best to describe it. It feels like the internet was more like it felt like the Wild West more than a place that had many familiar and known circles. Oh, I missed the diamond. Owie. I think we'll go... Well, we're going to keep going for now, but... Okay. Interesting that... I do find it funny that you can stand on those guys, though. The backgrounds are quite good here, too. Okay, I don't know why it just, like, flashed to my brain of, like, oh, I think I know where these backgrounds... why these backgrounds feel... Like, I finally got what this background reminded me of, and it reminded me of... Maybe this is a weird one. It reminds me of the... There's an area in the Smash Brothers Brawl, the Subspace Emissary, that has, like, the background parallax moves at a similar speed, and it just kind of made me think of... It made me think of that for some reason. I could not quite tell you why, though. It was something like that. again, it kind of feels like that era of the 2000s where like platformers and I think gaming in general felt more like, the best way to describe it is it felt like there were more unknowns at a certain point in time. Maybe it's something that I think a lot of developers who grew up playing games from that era have this yearning for, is this particular, I guess I would describe it as like a particular sense of nostalgia. You know, this particular, best way I can describe it is a particular sense of longing for a time that isn't around anymore, which sounds really like sad, but it's more or less just like the best. It's one of those things where I feel like it's more of a, I think it's more of a joyous recollection than I would say like some sort of sad, horrible thing like that it's gone. Like that's, to say it's 100% gone would be a fallacy. But I guess what I mean more is that it feels more like we remember a time when games were kind of at the mercy of word of mouth rather than being driven almost, not exclusive, I wouldn't say exclusively, but definitely more directly by, because I think nowadays PF office, what the heck? Oh, hello. Welcome to PF Industries Inc.'s Spillane division. What can I do for you today? Like a cup of water from your water machine, please. That's for employees only. That's a dumb rule. What are you selling then? We don't sell anything here. We help the Spillane Kingdom's economy flourish. I can offer advice on how to invest your coins to benefit both you and your princess. Badassy's a big meanie. Why should I make her richer? I'm out of here. You should call her Princess Badassy. You're on a surname basis with her. Wow, you two must be pretty close. Got any juicy gossip? You can share. Okay, here we go. I can share a funny story. One time she tried to invade Sugartown by passing through the North Field. The thing is, the field is filled with spiky brambles. When she walked into the village, her hair was full of them and her dress is all messed up and dirty. How embarrassing. My friend Sandra needs to hear about this. Anyway, business has been slow lately, so I don't have to chat with you more. I live for gossip, so stop by when you have free time. I don't think I have any other badass stories to share. Well, I could tell you a story about a friend who's a kind of a beautiful mess. I think you'd like it. You can drink water from the machine while we chat. You'd bend the rules just to talk with me? Sure, I'll stop by as soon as I can. Okay, cool. That's Curlia. Or Kirlia? My brain wants to say Curlia, but what is it again? Corilla. Okay, it's Corilla. Let's talk. Let's see, who's the friend? There's a background. Our story begins on the west side of Hell's Capital. Sounds like a band. Hell's Capital? Oh, it's Officer. Hey, how's it going, Neo? Hope you're doing well. Technologically advanced city on the east continent. Okay, so Demonkind has a continent? West side of Hell's Capital. During a hot summer day, a field kid walks up to... Field kid? That's sort of potato child, hybrid child. I have the storyteller act and give you a quick story in demon lore. Okay, so this is actually lore. Hell's Capital's population is always extremely busy, so a good portion of it doesn't have time to raise children. Lucky my parents raised me, but most demons don't get the chance. More than half our species' babies are brought to the field right after birth. We call them field kids. Happens to the baby after the parents abandoned them. The nurse takes under her care. First, she brings the newborn to the feeding room, assigns it randomly a selected first and last name. Vaccination and medical evaluation center. Once the baby is medically sound and well fed, it's moved to the community room. Toddlers playing, socialize with each other. Babies stay in the fields facilities. Oh, thank you for the bit, Neo. Oh, thank you. Most kind of you. Let's see. What happens to the younglings as they become independent? Nurse transfers them to first school where the teacher, the school's owner will take care of them. Place obviously the kids need to grow up smart. Boss just sent me an email. Better get back to work. I better get back to work before he catches me slacking off again. Interesting. Oh, that's cool. I'm a little confused at why is the entrance to, put it plainly, why is the entrance to hell? Why is the entrance to one of hell's? Well, and they describe it as a continent. So does that imply that? Huh. So is it a continent in the same way that like Asia is a continent, or is it a continent in the same way that like it's technically a continent? That does open up some very interesting world building, but it does leave me a bit confused. Intrigued, but confused. Hey, money. We're finally getting money. We can actually afford things now. But I'm curious why this level, though, has... This level has a lot of the ladder drop... This drop jumping thing. Here's what the deal is with that. So we've done some of it earlier, but we didn't really have any levels dedicated to it, and now... Again, this is one of those things where I noticed it earlier, too, that the level design seems pretty... It jumps back and forth between its inspirations and what it's going to pull. Because it seems like this particular section is quite... It's pulling from a lot of different inspirations for that level. Yeah, we're doing the flying diamond things again. This is using the addition... Oh god, ow. It is using the addition of these like crusher platform things. I fell. Wait, that's on me. The only downside, I think, is that since these are synced very specifically, you have to wait for a very specific time to go. So we have to be very careful, because otherwise we will just get cooked. Yeah, this is one of those ones... Kind of reminds me a bit of Crash Bandicoot 1, I think, when we played that, where you're waiting for the specific sync up so you can go. Not a bad thing, but it can be... I can imagine some players being a little bit like, okay, when do I go? And they sit there for a bit. Not many, though. I think if you're at this point in the game, you probably are just fine about it. Ah, ball of light. Okay, so I can go down here, grab this. And just enough time to make it back. The ball of light ability really does remind me of Zelda 2's whole thing. Oh, hello, Katani. Architecture's so prettier. Katani, hi, Moni. You know the story about the curious cat found in the well and ends battling? Guess what? You're like the cat in this temple will be your well if you don't get out of here right now. I didn't notice anything dangerous looking so far. Let's see. Mine got lost looking at the exquisite interior of this expertly crafted temple, so I might have missed some details here and there. I mean, how can you not stare at the ceiling? It's gorgeous. Must have been built during the uprising of the Crystal Flower Church. Tell by looking at the corners of the tiles and the installation's colors used in the west. Temple's on an island shaped like a big evil skeleton head. It's the biggest red flag I've ever seen. It's shaped like a skull. I thought it was shaped like a puppy head. Almost flew into the flytrap's mouth. Be so dense sometimes. Anyway, things like rare around here. Okay, so where's the rare... Oh, ow. So we gotta go find rare items. I do like some of these challenges. Like, some of these challenges do end up making my brain have to really work to figure everything out. Oh. Okay. Ow. Oh, God. No. Ah. Oh, wait. We're good? Ow. Oh, God. Okay. Hang on. We gotta reset. Oh, I didn't dash. Oops. I am still a little confused by the dash not being 100% like send it kind of thing. Blue boost room. Yep. I think we've only found 2 of them up to this point. Interesting. I'm kind of interested why the blue boost rooms only seem to show up. Is it only a Katani room thing, or is it? I actually have no idea. Ow. I guess to some extent also I had the realization about this game's, you know, world building and story where because a lot of it is... Oh, that's right. We're going this way. Because a lot of it is built on the player finding things, you know, and... Oh, hey. Yeah, so these dream sequences, this particular bit of information, I do understand that we're supposed to get a fair bit out of those, but I do think the tough thing is that if your story and world building is tied to the player, I guess it's one of those things where it's paradoxical, because if the player finds it and I would say maybe not reads it wrong, but maybe doesn't really understand what they're bearing witness to, sometimes you can end up losing a player in terms of like them understanding what you're showing them. Ow. Unfortunately, the average player does not have the mind sometimes to fully grasp what they're being shown, you know? Okay. Okay, it's this way. I see. I think I actually made a joke. I made it, well, it's not really a joke, but more or less like an observation that sometimes I do just long for the occasional text crawl, you know, just give me that moment in a game when the game can just be like, okay, listen, man, I just want you to explain it to me verbatim. I think the best way I can describe it is like, it's like the Star Wars text crawl, right? Oh, we don't have enough money for this thing. God dang it. Delay the Lazard. Yeah, we still don't have enough money for it. Big welcome to our special guest. Isn't she adorable? Aaron, don't tell me you're the Skull's owner. No, I don't want any skeleton bones. Don't worry. I'm only here to play a game with you. It's called Facing Your Face. I don't play games today. Your coots, the evil person took the skull from Badassi, aren't you? Just tell me where they are, please. I don't want to fight you or your monsters again. Fine, I worked really hard to build the set and your opponent. At least let me explain the rules before shutting me down. Like, is this thing? Is that supposed to be me? Rule is simple. It's not a lethal battle, so no dirty moves, and you can't use fire. Throwing chewing gum in each other's hair is strictly forbidden. The last Moni standing wins the game. So if I win, you'll tell me where the skull person is. If you lose, you head back home. Let's do this. Oh. Oh, okay. Some familiar moves. Oh, some very familiar moves. Ow. Ow. Interesting how familiar this moveset feels. Ow. Won't lie when I say I'm a bit confused why this enemy is the way it is, but... Oh. Okay. Ow. Huh, interesting. Ow. Oh god. Ah. Ah. Just ah. I do like this boss fight a fair bit. This one's quite I think this one's actually quite well designed. Also just because, man, it's funny though, I guess I'm curious what inspired the dual hand, big puppet hand design for this one. It's one of those things where it's like, I recognize the tropes therein, but I'm curious what directly called this one to mind. Some part of me wants to say it's like equal parts Andros, equal parts I'm like thinking of the say Andros, but I'm thinking Master and Crazy Hand as well. Oh. Ow. 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 Oh god, that one killed me fast. Holy crap. The only downside for my hands right now is that I need to keep matching, and the way the buttons are set up, I have to... well, that's on me. So I have to match X and A together. I do have to mash quite considerably in order to get damage off on this enemy. Ow. Ah. Okay, now I guess my curiosity now is the attack pattern mostly the same each time, or is it a matter of... I do know that some attacks seem to always follow a certain attack, so I'm seeing that the attack pattern is not fully random. I am wondering if the pattern is even... I'm wondering if the pattern's random at all, or if it's just a... Is it a matter of, okay, it's this phase, so we're doing this exact phase, these exact moves each time. Ow. Ah. I'm wondering. I wonder which one it is, because I could kind of see it being. Ow. I keep forgetting that they crisscross that way. I wonder which way it would be in this case. Ow. Ugh. I'm guessing it must be a very specific pattern. At least that's what I'm getting from this, because it feels like... I'm wondering if that's true now, because it's different. It's slightly different this time. I guess some part of me would like to say that it's probably something closer to... Depending on your location, it probably chooses something. Even though some attacks, I can tell some attacks must follow certain attacks, like the two hands, like projectile ones. They always go together. And in this case, yeah, it's like, see, it goes left to right with the cat head things. And I was on the wrong side. Nuts and bolts. Oh, well. I'm taking that. I'm eating that. Ow. Ow. Man, yeah, my ability to dodge is not great right now. Ow. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm dead. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. I do wonder if it's... I wonder if this is as hard to me as it is to anybody else, but might well be that my brain does not internalize boss fights in this game very well, but it might be because I haven't been really approaching levels with any sort of consideration for surviving. Which is probably coming from the fact that the game doesn't particularly... The main problem with having it so that there's infinite lives is that there is very little consequence for a player brute forcing to figure something out. Which can mean that a player, like, if someone like me comes along and just kind of rams their head into it, they kind of end up inevitably taking way too many tries at the same thing over and over again. Oh, jeez. Oh, nuts and bolts. And that can kind of... It's one of those things where I think I'd say even like very large games end up with the same problem. Especially, I think for me especially, where if I get trained into bad habits by the game, I will absolutely not be able to fix them before it's too late. You know, it's one of those things where, okay, I'm going to have bad habits with this game's particular design. Ow. In this case, it's mostly just that I keep presuming that dying is hardly a consequence. So I don't really appreciate... I don't quite give the proper respect to the boss fights like I should. I thought you might win, but I didn't expect you to freaking own my puppet this bad. Go back on your word. I defeat your monstrosity. Tell me where I can find the skull's owner. Skull's in the red mansion behind the temple. It's very well guarded, full of awful monsters and traps. It could end badly for you. You sure you want to go there? And come all this way to give up now. I thought, there's no way I can change your mind. Just continue that way till you exit the temple. Once you're outside, you see the mansion. Even a blind Mr. wouldn't miss it. Okay. Hey, Moni, I know flying means a lot to you, but please don't do anything too rash out there, okay? Oh, okay. Meow. So now we need to get... Now we need to get up there. Oh, God. Oh, God dang it. Ah, okay, well. Well, alright. Let's get out of here. We missed the secret. We missed whatever secret was in there, but that's okay. Not bad. Oh, well, what are you gonna do? Time to keep going. Look, she's almost here. We have to go. I warned everybody in the mansion we're ready for her. Perfect. Tell your guys to create diversion while we escape to the purple path. Hide there for a few days and wait for things to die down. Aaron, I'm not going anywhere. You see this through. I know you don't want to confront Moni, and I won't force you to. I've caused you enough pain as it is. No, it's not like that. You did everything you could to help me, and now let me handle this myself. I promise you I'd make things right, and that's why I intend to do this. All ends tonight. What is he talking about? I think it's probably related to the dreams, but I don't think I've got enough of them to fully understand what I'm thinking about. Let's see. Okay, so Red Manor. Huh. That's nice. Cow ride. Oh. Oh god. A secret. I appreciate that the cow goes at the perfect speed to dodge the laser beams. I appreciate that the cow can dodge laser beams at perfect speed. There's something so funny about this cow being able to just perfectly dodge laser beams. So, what was the point of me getting this? Oh, I see. So is this guy a vampire or... Ah, I see. More butterflies. Okay. I think we're missing some parts of this particular puzzle. Because I definitely don't have all of the... We don't have all of the pieces of the dream, so we don't actually know what happened. That must be the Red Mansion. If Aaron's telling the truth, the skull should be in there. Let's end this. Meow. Yeah, I feel like Whoa. This one just feels like a Castlevania level. Interesting. Ow. And this is another case of, okay, we're introducing like half a dozen new mechanics. We're introducing a lot of new mechanics right away. So now we have a lot of new mechanics to learn and understand. Very cool, but it is also like, okay, yeah, no, this is a lot to deal with in rapid succession, you know? Oh, yeah, the buzzsaws again. Okay, yeah, this is a lot of new... Okay, that's a lot of new things on screen all at the same time. Yeah, this is a lot... That's a lot to take in all at once, I'm not gonna lie. That was one of those where it's like, oh, okay, I see. We're dealing with a lot of new mechanics at the same time. The music's not too bad, but it definitely feels a bit... This one in particular feels like, okay, yeah, they definitely were told, we need that good old Castlevania vibe. I'm not surprised to see you here. What can I say? A beautiful mansion like this is a perfect playground for an avid archaeologist. Also the perfect graveyard for a careless one. Don't you worry about me, this cat still has most of her 9 lives. You won't believe this, found another rare item. It's at the end of a long row of spikes. For a chubby human woman like me, for a star fairy. Oh no, he fell into the lava. I would definitely say that the music being quite similar to the... Ow. This open? It is open. Like, I would definitely not be like, oh, it's not good to do this, but it's also like... It's one of those ones where I can kind of feel where the inspirations are from. Okay, what am I looking for here? Oh, God. Ow. Okay, I think I see what I need to do to get the thing, but... Oh, God. Okay, there we go. Whew. This is definitely one of those levels where I can feel that they were... I need more candy. Hang on. I see. Now, Clay Friend will take me to the thing. Yes, of course. I do like Clay Friend. He's doing good. Okay. Found the secret map. Location lost the time you have access to a hidden location on the map. Well, that's not too bad. Oh, geez. Sorry, my eyes are like watering a little bit. Ugh. Yeah, this one, it feels a bit though like some of this is testing skills that we already have. Whoa. Ow. I just realized I don't have stone statue. Ah, I see. There we go. Now I can go this way. That kind of reminds me a little bit of the... I'm thinking of the Mario, original Mario. The shortcuts in the top of the... on the top rope, as it were. Whoa. There's a lot of familiarity in this level in particular, I would say. Oh, well, this is... I was gonna say, that's a bit awkward to land that there, huh? Yeah, familiar platforming, even if I'm bad at it. Okay, out we go. Oh, an auto-scroller? Interesting. I will not lie, I'm a bit confused by the auto-scroller. It's one of those things where I'm like, oh, auto-scroller, got it, okay. And we besides some of the other levels, I don't think we've seen much auto-scroller stuff in this game. Curious that they wait until now to do an auto-scroller section. In this kind of way. Whoa. Okay, hang on. Let's see. I have to read some of this stuff. Let's see. ID. Let's see. Birth name, Core, Olan, Energy Demon, Secretary. Flying suspension. Unanimous conclusion: the defendant, Coralon, is unfit to fly in dangerous society. Her flying rights will be revoked on January 1st. Will remain in captivity until the director is available for essence extraction. An appeal may be made if the initiative fee is paid before the 2nd. Okay. Interesting. January 4th, you'll no longer be allowed to enter any PF property. Interesting. Aaron told me that keeping a journal would help stop my racing thoughts. I'm doubtful, but she's never been wrong when it comes to those things. But she seems to know how to calm my messed up brain. Not to mention she knows me better than I don't think I understand what's happening. Moved in. I've been still getting used to living in this gigantic mansion in the middle of nowhere. I've lived my whole life in very small spaces in extremely busy neighborhoods. Barely have gotten this lily house for free. It just feels so dead. No busy streets, no loud neighbors, no superstores. I miss our crummy studio. Let's see. The TV and the daily pipe leaks that gave us the infamous mold ocean. Okay, I'm guessing this is... So I'm guessing this guy... Why is this journal in 2 parts? I will say, this does feel very... I don't know exactly how to describe it, but it does feel very teenager writing in their journal style, which probably is what they were going for. Let's see. Couldn't even see the bottom. So he found. So this guy went into a. He found a secret room in the house here. Inside of the room was a sacrificial altar. It's coated with dried liquid. I didn't want anything to do with this. I frantically searched for any form of exit. It started to hurt badly. Standing directly in front of the altar, I was firmly holding a long pointy rock. Oh, so he stabbed his own hand. And 4 3-fingered hands. Woke on the floor in the same room. I was completely dry. My hand was unscathed. Was it all a dream? Deformed red skull. Okay, so yeah, this is the guy we're looking for. He explained that what I found was a very rare demonic artifact that we could use to transfer powers between 2 beings. Aaron then grabbed my hands, looked me in the eye, and said, with this thing I can help you fly again. Oh, so Aaron went to go grab someone evil or someone who doesn't need to fly anymore. I don't want to take an innocent's power and ruin their life. I know that feeling all too well. I see. So Spillane agreed to help us out. And she'll bring it back once the power's been absorbed into it. I see. So the power. Make sure you hide the skull somewhere far away and forget about it. The thing should never be used again. Did her part of the deal. Shouldn't complain. Explain to me how the transfer works, what ritual she would perform, and what I'd have to do to help her. Gonna fly again soon. I see. So she stole Moni's. Wow. So nobody told Moni. Nobody told him that Moni. I see. So basically, Moni's not evil, but she's more of like a Sonic the Hedgehog type kind of. Oh god. She's more like, I feel like Moni's more of a Sonic the Hedgehog type thing, where it's more of a. Ow. It feels more like Moni is more or less a character. Oh, I see. We have to just use the platform. I see. Doi. I see now. But I'm seeing now that Moni's more or less a. I would not call Moni a. Maybe not exactly a like 100% good person, but definitely not like bad in the slightest. At least to my understanding of Moni's character. It feels more like the equivalent of like one of those shows where you have like the teenagers who have like magic powers. It's like, yeah, she's a kid. That's kind of what it feels like to me. It's like, oh, Moni's a kid. Moni is not exactly. Not exactly like she wants to do anything evil. It's just more like, oh, okay, she just doesn't. She sometimes just says things in kind of a rude way. Ah, yes, the child will be a child. Yes. Ow. Whoa. Well, that's not too bad at all. Whoa. We'll say in general the music's been pretty solid. Oh god. I think again it feels like the music does a good job of paying homage to this particular era of platformer. Good triplets there. I am a sucker for a good guitar tone. The guitar tone here is okay. I think it definitely sounds like somebody who, the way I would describe it sounds like a guitar tone. I don't think it would have been a recorded part. It definitely sounds like a digital audio workspace type thing, like the synthesized, or at least the stuff you get when using MIDI platforms. Would not say it's a bad sound though, because it's pretty good. Ow. Ah, yes, my favorite technique, the thwomp technique. Ow. The only downside with these being an instant one-shot is that... Oh, okay. Wait. Even the slightest mistake does mean that you are just cooked. 100%. Okay. Blech. I haven't been firing my weapon pretty much at all this mission. Like, this particular stage has been almost entirely... It's been pretty much platforming the whole way through, which is a curious choice. Ah, I see. We have another new mechanic right in this level too. It is curious how many new mechanics we get introduced to in this game. Holy crap! We're already at a very large amount in this level too. Whoa! Yeah, this is quite a number of new things to pick up in a row. All right, broom skills is nice. I think I'm just gonna focus on finishing the level first. And then we'll worry about trying to get the... We'll try and worry about getting the secrets later, I think. That'll be the general goal. Up, 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 up. There we go. Whew. Oh, I see. Well, wasn't really what I wanted to do, but that's on me. I'm a bit surprised by how this level is, frankly. Again, it's another one of those things where I can feel some of the composite parts together. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Ugh. Okay, hit the button. All right. Whoa. Hi, amethyst. Cool. And I'm definitely noticing with this level, more than any, is what I like to call dev intent. Where specifically there's a specific way the level feels like it's meant to be played. And it's one of those things you can sort of feel it when a developer has an idea for how you'd go through a level. When the timing is very fine-tuned to specific movement. See, how much money do I have? I have 7. I haven't bought a single thing from that store. Book 1, Self-Worth 101, not reading that. Exercise makes you happy, the joy of jogging. Now that I can't fly, maybe I should buy a book like this. Why you shouldn't care. You're not perfect, that's okay. Ultimate Guide to the Hit Series, fresh out of the nest, starring Robin Qua. Kissing, talking, and crying. The Werewolf Who Loved Me, a story about a peasant girl falling in love with the werewolf prince. Will their family accept their love? 677 pages? No, thank you. Huh. So these are the boss fights from earlier, so... Interesting. Interesting that what the heck? Woman? They say it's true, you just can't let go, can you? I got you now, you dirty evil power thief. I'm this call's owner. Let's see, why did you help Badass steal my power? You allied with her stupid empire. Got no connection to the Spillane Empire, and I couldn't care less about the Princess Squirrel with Sugartown. It didn't help her steal your power. She's the one who helped me take it. I'm behind all this. What did I ever do to you? We don't even know each other. Don't take it personally. I had to fly it. It just so happened that the princess wanted to ground a fairy who's been flying around her empire, spreading chaos and despair for years. A friend introduced us, and let me guess, your friend is Aaron. I don't understand. Why would you do this? Tell me, my life has always been monotonous and stressful, but flying kept me sane. Let me escape this hell week already out. What the heck is he talking about? What is Blood talking about? Hey, Namaha, how's it going today? And that was taken from me. Let's just say things became awful for both me and Aaron. Sure, Aaron wanted to do whatever she could do to help us get our old lives back. She knew about a ritual that used the Scarlet Skull to transfer abilities between 2 living abilities. Didn't want to take anyone's wings away. I know how bad losing my own felt, but then I heard of how much trouble you're causing the Spillane Kingdom in. That's it. That justifies my power. It was an easy decision, but it was the right thing to do. I get to be happy again. Aaron doesn't need to be a sad deadweight anymore, and Spillane's Kingdom is finally united at peace. At peace, she's the one attacking us. I don't know what you heard about me, but I'm not fighting to cause trouble to Badass's empire. Doing what I can to make sure my friends are happy and safe. Okay, if you think I'm the bad guy, I'm taking my power back. Give me the skull. I'm your force man. Let's dance. Whoa. Oh, she's got the Castlevania after images. Yo. Why has she's got the after images? Ow. Hello. I don't have the HP for this. Ah. Whoa. I'm just gonna blast. Can I shoot the skull? Oh, no, I can't. Whoa. Hey, how's it going? It's going good, Julian. I hope you're doing well. Oh, God. Ugh. How far can I sit off the edge of this map before I start just getting... Okay, never mind. I was sitting way off on the distance there, and it wasn't really working. Okay, I need to change where I sit on the map to better avoid the enemy. Yeah, because her pattern's the same every time, so I just need to move accordingly. Fortunately, I do have to... You know what engine they used for this game? I don't actually know. I have no idea. Ow. Ow. I am definitely... I almost wonder if I don't have enough health for some of these fights where I'm just kind of brute forcing it. Oh, God. Ow. I will be grateful that, that. Ah. Anyway, I start blasting. Ow. I will say, I keep forgetting that the fire hearts stick around for a while. I will say, some parts of this boss fight feel a bit strange because you're just kind of waiting for her to stop doing her thing. Ow. Okay, that works. Ow. Nuts. I'm definitely not doing enough damage to be able to just sit here and do this. Ow. Free stream sheet, shout out to the Gyarados? I'm a bit, my brain just like, it was like Gyarados? Oh, God. Okay, there we go. Oh, I should not have stuck around here. That's fine. Okay. Now you jump this way. Okay. Thankfully, some of these attacks I can kind of keep up with, but... Oh, man. Some of these attacks I am having the hardest time mentally keeping track of, frankly. Oh, no. I'm not even halfway through this fight and I'm already almost dead. Oh no. Nope. Ah. So far behind on stream, I only just now heard you say hi. Oh, that's a weird amount of delay. Holy crap. Whoa. Whoa. I hope that's not indicative of the weather right now, because holy crap. Oh, geez. I know the weather right now is going to be a bit... I know it's going to get nasty at some point today for me, but I don't think it's going to be bad enough that it does anything to stream, but... Ow. Okay, so is it based on where I'm... Oh, God. Ugh. I think the stream is really delayed. I don't know why it would be the case, but... Experiencing lag, I can't tell if it's on my end or your end. Unfortunately, the tough thing is that sometimes it really is just like... It really is just, okay, I broadcast, and the speed at which my broadcast reaches you guys is variable. Whereas, like, the broadcast itself is perfectly fine. It's just that the speed at which it reaches people is different. Oh, God. I definitely have to be more focused on survival than I do just dealing damage, because as much as I want to do damage... Alright, that's fine. Just dodge. It's okay. Alright, I'm just gonna keep... Anyway, I'm gonna keep blasting. Ow! Ah, what? Oh, that background makes seeing some of those things really hard. Not to mention I will say the strength of that red, the red in the sky that's very hard to... Whoa. That is actually quite difficult to see through, I won't lie. Ow, whoa. Oh no, that's not good. That. Oh man, that's rough. Yeah, it looks like at least from my end, it looks like let me look at the broadcast from my end. I can just look at it from my Twitch app. Let me see. Let's see, how far back is manager? Let's see, let me see. Oh yeah, it's like considerably behind where I am. Holy crap. Interesting. The footage having problems? The footage looks fine. Yeah, it's like really far back. Holy crap. That's interesting. I don't know what the... Don't know what the deals with that. Yeah, because I'm a full attempt behind on there. Holy crap. Wow. Why is it so far behind? Normally Twitch isn't that bad, but like holy crap, that's like really far back. Alrighty. Oh man, I don't know what the deal is with that then. That's very bizarre. Ow. Ugh. Oh, she... Interesting. So she changes which... She changes which direction she goes based on where you are on screen. Interesting. What do I say in the direct middle? Whoop. Ow. Wah. Seems like it's both ends, because it seems like Twitch is very much not receiving me fast enough. Thanks. Hey. That's not good. Yeah, that's not good at all. Okay. Beep, beep, beep. That's not good. That's really not good. Okay. Okay, okay, so it's gonna be on a delay for the rest of stream, frankly. Like, there's nothing I can do to fix that. It seems like the current connection to Twitch, the connection is fine, but it seems like I can stream just fine. It's just that it's on a major delay right now. It is very specifically, I did double check, it's not my computer, and I double checked that it wasn't anything else that I could have done. It seems like it's very specifically Twitch's end. Twitch's end is like having a freaking time. So the connection to the server is the problem, so that's kind of the problem we're running with right now. So there's not much I can do about it. I do apologize. Twitch itself is bored. Yeah, no, Twitch itself is very much the problem. Or at the very least, I don't even know if Twitch is the problem, or if it's just... From what I can see, it seems more like... Rather than Twitch being the problem, it feels more like... This feels more like, okay, the connection between me and and Twitch is the problem. Because I wouldn't say that Twitch is the problem. It's more that Twitch, my connection to Twitch is the problem. Ow. Yeah, I'll have to edit together the... For the sake of the VOD being a fully connected piece, I will have to edit it later, but... I'll need to do that later. I will say, I'm definitely not being careful enough to win this fight. Die! Ah, jeez. Oh, damn. Yeah, I remember this happened a few times before where I'd be streaming and the stream itself would be just fine, but the stream would be a bit delayed due to the connection between me and Twitch's servers. So it more or less just results in, okay, I have to, that messages are going to be responded to at a delay. So, but that's not, it doesn't mean I can't respond. It just means that I'll be seeing them a bit later. Not really a big issue, but just kind of like, oh, that's kind of annoying, but nothing awful, thankfully. I don't know what it is precisely, but me not clearing her head every time is getting to me a little bit. In fact, she's just tall enough where I can't actually clear her when I jump. If it does hurt her. We've been attacked by the glitch. I mean, technically that would mean that Moni is messing up my stream, which would be looks alright from preview. Well, that's the thing. Like in terms of the from what I saw, it seems like the stream itself looks fine. It's just on a delay. That's what I've gotten, and that's what I've gotten even when I looked at it myself, was that the stream itself looks fine. I think it's just really is just coming down to ow. It's really just coming down to, okay, the live stream is just going to be behind where I am currently in space and time, which that is technically true every stream, where it is always at least a few seconds behind where I am currently. That's just true. Testing. Okay. I'm guessing you're wanting to see how much of a delay it is. Okay. God dang it. Oh god. Okay, I need to focus on just surviving. God. Yeah, I have to jump way before she gets there. Oh god. Nope. Okay. I think this is just where I think this is just where I lose. Okay. The only downside really is it doesn't really matter how much I hit her. It's just because like oh man, I really hope I don't get sick of this music, because I will. It might end up hurting the experience if I just get really tired. Oh jeez. At least it's solid music though. In terms of boss music, it's pretty solid. Okay. Doing good. Doing good. Ah. Whoa. I'm guessing the connection dropped a lot faster now, huh? Wait a minute. Okay, real talk, hang on. I'm gonna check something really quick, because that seems like a, hang on. What is going on with all this? Hang on. I'll check on my end one more time, because that seems like, hang on, holy crap, what is happening? That looks all fine. That looks all fine. I turn off the music volume and play Eye of the Tiger instead. I'll be honest. I'll be entirely honest. I'd rather rip my eyes out. I will be entirely honest. After my college, yeah, I had to listen to Eye of the Tiger at my college just too many times because it was pretty much the only freaking song that they had. Because when your school's like animal and your mascot is the tigers, you end up hearing Eye of the Tiger way too many goddamn times. I'm gonna keep it real. I think I've heard Eye of the Tiger enough times for a lifetime at this point in my life, and I am not even out of my 20s yet. I've already heard it enough times where it is no longer motivational. It is no longer motivational for me to hear Eye of the Tiger, frankly. Any other song would be fine, frankly. But Eye of the Tiger, no thank you. Oh god. Damn it. Oh, I feel like it's not even the music anymore. It's just I think it's my refusal to actually get the goddamn patterns. Because I know a chunk of my problem is the fact that my mind is not working well with the pattern I'm being shown. Something about this pattern just does not jive in my brain. Ow. Okay. Well, at least we're doing better this... I say better, but we're doing better, I think. Okay. Doing better. Do you think ending on that side is probably better for me? I think ending on that side is better, but I have no idea. I don't know what it is, but this one in particular, this enemy in particular, I'm just like, please no. Not like this. Okay, which way is she flying? Okay, nope, I shot the wrong way. Foolishness. Ugh. Ah! Not like this. Not like this, please. Man, okay, I whiffed that so hard. Cool. Oh, God. This one's... Okay, this part's not too bad because it's just kind of... Keep moving. Okay, which way is she going? Okay, that way. Okay. At least, I will say, I give the game credit that, man, some of these patterns are a lot easier because they happen more than once. Okay. I'm gonna dodge preemptively because I'd rather not get hit like that. Some of these hits I just do not need to take, frankly. Oh, God. Thank you, me boy. Oh, God. Oh. Okay, which way is she flying? That way. One of those things where as long as I know where she's going to go for, I'll be fine. Oh god. No, not like this. Not like this. I was gonna say not like this, please. She's Pixel. She's Pixel! We got her. It's over, Iburi. Can't end like this. Hi, Aaron. Iburi, are you alright? Don't worry about me, just take the skull and go. I'll leave you behind, grab on. Now what am I supposed to do? Not gonna lie, I don't know if Aaron's supposed to be a friend anymore, because it's like, okay, man, what do you want? And then what happened? They ran away. What a bunch of cowards. Well, they can't hide forever. I'm sure you'll catch them soon. After all, you're the best to hide and seek. Did a great job out there. It's amazing you got through all this without flying. No wonder you look exhausted. You deserve a good night's sleep. Can't rest now. They might still be near end. Hush, I know, but you need rest. Sure, it'll be easier for you to find them after a long nap. Alright, already prepared your room. I even made some hot marshmallow milk to help you sleep. Don't know what I would do without you. I'll head to bed now. Can you tell me more about the purple crystal balls you brought back from your adventure? Those? I don't really know what they are. I usually don't care for gems and rare rocks, but I liked how these looked. Just took them when I saw them. We could do a beautiful art project with you if you had more. Oni has an urgent rendezvous with her beds. Let's call it a night, girls. Okay. That's the okay, yeah, no, there's probably more to it. We have to go find some stuff for the credits. I see. Let's see. I want to make sure I understand the team that worked on this. Game design and art, Pierre. Programmer, Superbaki. Oh, wow, they had a lot of musicians on this one. What the heck? And sound. Interesting they only had one programmer, though. Additional art. Interesting. Guest characters, CL Pop 90, Meeple, a Sheep, playtesters. Ah, I see. A lot of playtesters, wow. I am a bit surprised to see that the game design and art was one person and programming was the other. It's interesting seeing game design being one and the programming being the other. That's interesting. Kind of surprising, I guess, into the game already. Not quite. We have some stuff to do. Special thanks. Oh, they have a lot of... those are some streamers I know. I actually know some of those. Thanks for playing the Glitch Fairy. I'm guessing that there's multiple... I'm guessing there's multiple endings. Which engine, though? I mean... I have no idea. I could guess... I could guess a couple. Maybe Unity or Godot, but I don't really think it's... The thing is that especially with 2D platformers, I don't actually know if the engine matters as much, because if you have an engine behind it, it's usually pretty easy to, especially with programming, you can kind of scrub out any of the peculiarities of an engine from the game. Alrighty, let's see what we can do. We'll see what we can do with the time we have left, but I don't know if I'll go for 100% completion, but I will at least go through the game to see what we get. What do we got here? Remember to hold the dash button to focus while piloting. The dash button? Oh, I see. Interesting. Oh god. Ow. I don't know what's happening anymore, man. Ow. Why am I getting hit with the small yin-yang symbols? This kind of feels like a Gradius level that makes my brain hurt a little bit. Feels like a Gradius. This feels like very much like a Gradius level. That's how my brain is categorizing this. How many shots does it take to take out these guys though? Holy crap. I am a little bit confused. I guess that would be an understatement, all these considered, but still. I'm a bit confused by everything I have seen so far. But again, I think with games like this, engine matters a lot less than, at least to me, I feel like engine matters less than like what they're doing with their own programming. Because a lot of engines, you can kind of program through them. I guess would be it's kind of weird to put it like that, but oh god. Ah. I guess it kind of feels at times like when if you're working, because I'm working with Godot right now, and I don't think I could tell you if a game is made in Godot or Unity, frankly. It's one of those things where even if I've worked with an engine for a longer period of time, I don't think I could reasonably tell you what engine a game is made in unless it specifically says so. Because there are some little things with engines that you can kind of feel out if you know the base stuff for those engines. But if you don't know the base levels for those things, oh, I see. You're supposed to kill them from there and then go back over. I see. But I definitely feel like with this game, I would not be able to, with how much they've done to the game and and the specifics of its engine. I don't think I could 100% tell you with certainty. I would personally guess Godot, but only because it's very easy to acquire, and it's open software, so it's very easy. And there's a lot of tutorials, so it's very easy to make like additions to it and stuff. But even then, that would be conjecture on my end. It would be a lot less like, oh, I know definitely for sure. Like, yeah, well, I don't know, man. Why do these guys take so many shots? Ow. Oh my god. I am dead. God dang. Not sure why, but the Gradius level is really giving me some trouble. I haven't been surprised by this game's specific. The one thing that does surprise me with the shooting also is that it's not as fast as you can fire. It makes sense that they would limit the fire rate in any case, but at least it makes sense to me. But I will definitely say that sometimes it is also like, oh god, please just let me fire a little faster. Okay, there we go. Good enough. Go. There we go. Problem is that my wrists are getting really tired playing this one. But this game has this particular level has the strengths and weaknesses of Gradius because holy crap, the downside with Gradius is that the auto scroller shoot 'em ups like this do end up having the problem of, okay, how do you deal with the enemies being able to just kind of bully you from a distance? Oh god. All right, I'm not going up that way. Oh jeez. I think though for two people and a group of musicians, and I wonder if the musicians specifically, it's like if they're commissioned musicians or. My curiosity, are they commissioned musicians or is it like they were part of like the team from the beginning? Is it a team thing? Ow. I actually don't, I do not have the answers to such things, unfortunately. But honestly, overall though, I think this game's pretty dang solid. I do think, like I said, I think I hold it to a higher standard. Oh god. More because the game itself has proven to be pretty darn competent. As a platformer, it's quite good. I think it's just the only thing I would give a little bit more is like, I actually would prefer it if the game had more levels and less, like specifically less additional mechanics per level would be the way I'd put it. I do think that after a certain point, it does feel like the mechanics do end up kind of fatiguing me out after a period of time. Bears usually don't get this far. I love your hair. I'm Moni. Who are you, flying pink lady? I'm the moon princess. I rule the moon and its people. Wow, really? Do you think you can hide the moon away for a few days so he gets to just see the sun all night? People love the sun so much. I'm sure they changed their tone after a few years of married life with the big man. Oh, well, it was nice meeting you, but I have to go now. Heard the treasure nearby. Have a good one. Can I let you pass? It would infringe on the deal I made with Princess Bellany. Honor's too great and her payment's too big. He's even hiring people from space now. I see. I see. The Toho level. Yep, this is the Toho level. Ow. I will say, I do happen to know that this, that the artist on this game does do a lot of Toho comics, so I can actually feel the Toho influence in this music. And all the stuff. Ow. Yeah, this is one of those ones where I'm like, yeah, I know they play Toho. I know that they are a lover of the Toho project. Oh god. I'm not even watching the enemy. I'm just watching myself so I don't get hit by something. Oh, that was pretty easy. Looks like badass. You hired another weak goon. You should have trained more before facing me. My power is 28.5% superior to yours. Go grab that huge bag of gold. I mean, honor that the princess left me and go back to the moon. Farewell, little pest. Okay. The moon princess has given me power. The grave of something. Alright then. Well, that was pretty cool. Was there any secrets there, or am I just going crazy? Nope, just nothing. Okay, got it. It was just for fun. The Toho reference. Okay, so I'm guessing that I have to go through all the levels and find... I'm guessing the objective now is find as many things as I can. I guess that's the goal. Now, does in-game, besides the stuff that the game has already given me, Let's see, I have 6 8 coins. Let's see. Turned 11 into Mabel Mills. Failed business idea. Ewable, how outdated. Turns Tristesse into a pocket mister. Turns Silas into a friend. Maybe you start every level. Starts every level with... Okay, I think I need to go to Moni's house to... You go to Moni's house and... Ah, there's the Moon Lady. I think from here I need to equip... I thought from there I had to equip something. Boosts passives. Okay, so the passes are on all the time anyway. Okay, so that's good. I'm a bit curious. I'm curious what the... I'm curious what the end goal will be for me. Speedrun. We do have speedrun records that we have to beat at some point if I want to get everything. Friend's house. One thing that is tough is that I know one of the particular missions requires me to have 50 coins, basically. And the tough thing is that I don't think I've been able to hold up. I don't think I've been able to actually acquire the gold and keep it, frankly. I've had very poor luck at keeping everything I've gotten. That's a bit rough for me. Let's see. I guess we'll go back to this level and see what we can do. Just start skimming through levels and see what we can find. Okay. I guess right now my objective is acquire currency. I guess for me right now the big one I want to do is I'm trying to think, because it's like, what do I genuinely need? And I think the big one I need is just need to play through the levels some more. Maybe find some extra stuff. Probably could do the speedrun records while I'm here. Ow. Ow. I guess that would be the goal. I will say, one thing I'm having trouble with is remembering which level is which with some of these. I was right, this one goes right there, that's right. Okay, let's see. Can I do the thing? Honestly, I feel like with levels like this, it feels like the speedrun wouldn't be too bad. It's mainly just having to... knowing when to go faster, you know? There we go. Some of this, I feel like it's just a matter of... Okay, just... God dang it. I think it'd be the knowing when to go, like, super fast, you know? So, okay, pay attention, know when to jump, when to not. Not too bad. Alright, can I get rid of this, please? Thank you. I think I'm gonna go for a speed on this one, just to... Also so I can familiarize myself with the level a little bit more. Yep. Ow. Alright. I will say the number of times that the... I forget his name, but I forget the puppet's name, but... The number of times that the puppet has basically been the reason I get to cheat through a fight. It's non-zero and it's non-negligible how often it happens that I survive off the skin of my teeth with the puppet. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, because I think the puppet definitely has trained me into some very poor habits with my lifespan. Just, oh yeah, it's like the RNG will save me, and it's like, I don't think that's a good idea to trust it, man. Unfortunately, I have not been able to train myself out of such things this entire time. Oh, sounds kind of weird, but I don't think I've ever tried firing while moving. It sounds kind of weird, but I don't think I've ever tried doing that. It's not really something that came to mind. Was to like pressing the button while zooming through, you know? It makes logical sense, but it's just one of those things where I don't really think about it. You can actually get some real movement going when you're... What the... Oh, that's new. I don't think I've seen a glitch like that before. I don't think I've ever seen it where the music doesn't play. Oh yeah, no, the music is just not playing for the invincibility music. Oh, that's... Oh. Oh, that feels weird. That feels wrong. That feels kind of wrong. Oh, that's so... Oh, I don't know how that would happen. The music must not be triggering properly right now. Oh, that's kind of eerie, frankly. That's kind of eerie. I don't know if I would call it... I don't think I would even call that a bad glitch. It just feels like, oh, that's just like kind of weird, frankly. Up. Yeah, it definitely feels like that's a glitch that I don't think that's even replicable in a way that makes sense. Oh god. Oof. Sick moves. Oh, ah. I think I need all of my life to... Okay, never mind. We're good. We're so back. Ow. I think for that particular amethyst, you need to get... I think you need to bring the harpoon gun up there. I think that's what they're asking you for. But it seems to me, at least. I do think this level's particular leading lines are pretty darn solid. Like, the direction of the level is pretty well defined. 525. Hey! I think that's speedrun time. I think that's all I needed for time. Hello. I can't afford anything. Still very broke. That is one unfortunate thing with this game in total, is also the ease at which you can be broke due to losing coins. It's that thing where losing coins due to the... Because the losing coins is pretty easy when you die a bunch of times, it does essentially mean that you end up with a... You end up with a unique problem where if you die too many times, you don't have any money to buy anything, so buying the items that might make your job easier is made a lot harder. Alrighty, let's go zoom in and see what we can find. Treasure drop. What did I even get from that? I don't even know what I got from that. Crap. Meow. Meow. Why is that guy there again? What would I go find out? Oh, I see. Well, I have money now. I have made myself $5 richer. It seems very good. Whoop. Did that not do the thing it was supposed to? Oh, there it goes. Interesting, to say the least. Oh, I see multi-jumps. Now I can go up here. Ah, I see. I definitely need to find a level that I can more easily grind for money, because I feel like without any sort of finances, I am struggling to find more money in this game. The search for more money is real. And unfortunately, it is ripping apart the bank account. Ow. Cow, save me. Hello, friend. I do appreciate the cows. I think this game's greatest achievement was making more cows that are adorable. Adorable cow-shaped friends is very helpful. I definitely think that is a triumph the game has, for sure. is the cows. I think the cows definitely are a triumph. Whoa. Frog guards are impervious when their eyes are closed. Okay. Oh, man. I do think that, I guess one thing with this game that's also really helping it in its favor is that it is highly replayable because of all the like the additional content of, okay, go find everything, and also, and by the way, there's also the, like, it seems clear that the multiple endings are meant to be, they're meant to be specifically taken on as a, you beat the game the first time and then go through the game multiple times type of challenge. I do wonder if the developers accounted for players who would be on the hunt for that sort of stuff before the game is over. You know, that sort of, those particularly intrepid players who will play a level over and over and over again until they've acquired everything all at the same time. Oh, I'm out of glitch beam. That's right. Wah. Nothing else here. We do need to, I do know, I would guess for certain that the other endings of the game would be tightly related to finding all of the, besides the guess, finding all the dreams. We haven't found all the dreams yet. I'm guessing the amethysts are part of it too. Yeah, like opening all these up is probably part of it too. I don't think I'll be able to myself. Oh god. Maybe not with like how my Sundays are organized, but I would definitely say that this would be one of those things where I'd encourage people to get the game themselves, and if they want to know the secrets. This is definitely one of those ones where I would highly recommend people go play this game to go observe the secrets themselves. Because I feel like this is one of those games where an intrepid player would really have a lot of fun. You know, someone who wants to go and find all the secrets of a game. And also, I just want more people to go play this game, you know? I think more people should play this game themselves. I took note of something more recently as a trend that I figured I caught onto, that there are a great many more, I would say more games that end up being watched rather than played, and it feels very strange to me that some games don't really even get a player base. You know, they get a fan base, sure, but it's not really a player base. And that can feel kind of odd. It can kind of feel kind of sad for the game that the developer doesn't really get to see a whole lot of those fans actually playing their game because, oh, okay, it's a very different sort of feeling when you have people who want to talk about the game but they don't actually want to play the game. I'm gonna go this way because I want to keep my coins for once. There we go. Whoop. Whoop. Okay, there we go. Hey, hey, gummy bear. Ow. Okay, and now I take this over there. Button. Push the button. What does this button do anyway? There we go. Another blue coin. This is going a lot better now that I'm a little bit more familiar with the game's flow. I would definitely say one aspect of this game that becomes more apparent as you play the game more than a few times is that I think the flow of levels becomes more familiar because it is a... I think it's a lot easier to understand the way that levels are supposed to be played once you understand more of like how the game is going to orient itself like visually and physically. So once you learn its language, they have talked about that a couple times on stream, that a lot of games have a particular language with their visuals. And once you're speaking that language, it's a lot easier to understand what the game is asking of you. And not every game will... And the key thing, I think one of those important things for game designers is knowing what language your players are expecting. I feel like with platformers especially, there's a very long and storied shared language. So players too tend to have a bit of a first player bias that may be hard to fight through if your players are expecting something very specific. Happens with a lot of genres though, actually, where if you aren't really utilizing the verbiage that gamers are expecting, it can be sometimes hard to fight their biases for that. So you have to be kind of willing to throw down with those mechanical thought processes. Let's see, is this the way? Well, this is getting us a lot of coins, which is very helpful. Oh, he has an amethyst. Well, that's pretty good. Actually, come to think of it, I'm looking at some of the... some of the stuff in this game in particular makes me think it might have been made with Godot. Only because the moving platforms have like the instant they touch where they're going, they stop. And that's very similar to the tutorial that I learned how to make moving platforms in Godot. So it does make me wonder if, like, did we see a similar resource when it comes to making moving platforms? So it does make me, that's my current guess for if I guess back to the question of which engine it would be. I could guess Godot, but it's also because it's open software, it's open source software, so it does not need to be reported what you're using. So I know for my part, I prefer to report what engine I use, because even if the engine says you're allowed to just kind of use it as you will, I am not a big fan of doing that without proper those things. I really prefer to credit things as I can. Because my academic side really does dislike not crediting a source, you know. And I consider code bases to be a source, you know. It's like an academic source. Cow. The world is made better with more cows. Truly. Ow. Where am I? I kind of forgot how this level flows, to be entirely honest. How much water have you had today? There aren't teleportation platforms for our kart race tracks. Meow. I did see, I will say, I did end up seeing a, oh god, wait, it's that way. Oh no. Okay, that way. Yes. Okay. I did actually end up seeing a, whoa. Maybe it's funny to me, but I did see today that there was I think it was somebody who worked on the game made a Mario 64 mod for Moni to be in the game. They made a 3D model of Moni, which I think is very cute. I feel like if I were to do any modification of a game that already exists, I probably would just want to add my Fox to random games. Another one I like doing is the idea of just being like a very mildly creepy observer, frankly. I like the idea of that sort of thing. Oh god. Where? 11 minutes. Oh, that's not too bad. Meow. Now, so far, what I've noticed is that you don't refight bosses in any of the replays. Yeah, you skip them. See, I find that curious because it is I do think it's a nice thing that when you're replaying levels, you don't have to worry about, you know, redoing bosses all the time, but I do think it is a bit sad that you don't get to see the bosses again on each subsequent playthrough, but I do understand why they would do it this way. Oh, it's one of these things. Ow. I still don't know how to use these things. Yeah, I still don't know how to use these things. Nah, nuts and bolts. What are you gonna do? I turned the health into money. Ah, well, what are you gonna do? Meow. I can feel it. I can feel it though that the developers definitely love their game. It's something I feel even when I'm like, oh, this level kind of feels, well, and it's like, oh, but I still get it. One of those things again where it's like I find it harder and harder to cringe when somebody's full-throated endorsing a game or like talking about their project or their big work, because I don't really find it. I don't find it bothers me at all. I find it more that I do find that it feels like, okay, no, I understand that this thing is doing its thing earnestly. And I find that, especially with games, I think it's very true for me, where when I see a game doing its thing and doing it full, like, you know, its heart is really in that thing, I don't really find a place to be, I can't really stay upset with it in any way, really. The weather really that bad? I'm wondering now if, like, because normally I only have server issues if the weather's really bad, so is it really that bad? It's not, it's just windy. Oh, maybe the wind is not messing stuff up. That would make sense. Ah, what are you gonna do? Alrighty. Is everyone doing okay? I know it's the hour mark. I hope everyone's doing well. Well, we passed the hour mark a long way ago. I do hope everyone's looking forward to a very bizarre week, because I have a lot of games coming up for some of our big series as they are. I'm very excited to show off the big series because I think it'll be a lot of fun. There's a lot of games that I expect people will be very excited to see. The Magic Blast speed and size. Enemies might drop coins and candies when defeated. Filled glitch meter, reduce the glitch beam's cost by 1. Chance to temporarily become invisible after taking damage. Emits the sound out of rare items nearby. I feel like the one I want the most is Allison's shop because that would help us out a lot, but I actually feel like it's this one. I feel like this one, it would be the good first one to get, the speed and size. Because then we can go, I think that would help out with certain levels a bit. But I'm uncertain. I'm just thinking ahead a little bit. I'm thinking about what I need to do. Yeah, there's one area we haven't gone to yet, and that's the icy area over there. Now the question becomes, what do I need to... What do I actually need in order to finish, to get everything to get everything? Speedrun, and let's see, speedrun time, I think it's speedrun deaths KOs. So for the first level, I need to get a KO-less run. I'm kind of surprised I don't have yet, but... Oh, a cow. Oh, right, it's 5 minutes for this one. Honestly, I feel like 5 minutes, I could do 5 minutes, I think. I think I could do this in 5 minutes, but we'll see. Ow. Okay, yeah, the music is just broken for the invincibility theme, so I might need to reset the game. I think it might be because I've alt-tabbed too many times. Maybe that's the problem. I might need to reset the game so we can properly get that working, because that seems like it's broken. It seems like alt-tabbing this game does cause inherent issues. Oh, okay, hang on. Yeah, let me quit the level really quick, and I'm gonna save my progress. Yeah, let me quit the game really quick. Hang on. Let me real quick, like... Exit game. Let me really quickly reset the game. I'll have to take a gander. Might be the problem. A bit uncertain, to be honest. The play button. Yes. Click on the game. All right, giving it a moment to catch back up. I do wonder though if God, it feels bad to. It does feel kind of bad that stream's lagging today, but I can't do much about it. Alrighty. Alright, back to it. Alrighty. Oh boy. Let's try it again. Okay, we have 40% now. Yeah. Okay, there we go. We have jumped percentages considerably quickly, so I think we're doing well on that front. Seems like we're doing well on that front. What's the speedrun time? 7. Alright, I did it in 7 minutes first time, so I need to do it in 5. Got it. Yep. Okay. Okay. And we lost 3 coins earlier, so... Kind of sucks for me, but what are you gonna do? Right? Alright, is the music working right? There we go. There we go. Much better. I was gonna say, if the music is broken now, that'd just been like, oh, that's not good. Need to verify the files type thing. Yep. Okay, I keep forgetting how to go forward. Meow. Okay, down we go. We're going quite fast, so this is going pretty well. Up. Feels like if you're not in dash speed the whole time through the level, I don't think you're gonna make the speedrun time. Oh, there's an amethyst I missed. I have to go back for it later when I have the time. Meow. Trying to figure out how to get that particular amethyst, but I don't think I fully understand the... I don't fully understand the puzzle, you know? Well, it's another one of those puzzles where I think I understand the hypothetical, but I don't fully grasp it, you know? Excuse me, mate. Oh god. Okay, here we go. Okay, we're going fast, Get shot. Okay, here we go. It definitely feels like if you want to go very fast, you have to just kind of mash the dash button. I reckon that the developer does actually fully intend that you have to learn how to speedrun their game in order to fully get the most out of it, but there is a bit of a concern with it being a primary part of the vocabulary with speedrunning, is that it can lead unintentionally towards players slowly trimming out parts of the game that they will remember, because they focus on like going very, very fast, right? Oh, wait, is it that way or is it the other way? Well, yeah, it's this way. I was genuinely forgetting where to go. Okay, down we go. Okay, come on. Ow. Oh, god dang it. Nuts and bolts. Oh, jeez. I do like this game's desire to want the player to go very fast, but I can definitely see it being kind of a pain in the neck for players who just want to, like, figure things out. Okay, is this 3 minutes? Hey, not bad. 3 minutes is pretty good. I think that was pretty solid. Yep. Okay, now the question is, do I need to finish the level any faster or no? Okay. Let's see. Space 0 of 1, secret, 3 stones. Good job. Okay, cool. So now we have time. So now we have all that done. At least part of it done. Obtain a gold star in any level. Not bad. Whew. Honestly, that's pretty good. I do think getting the gold star feels like you do really have to learn the level, which is pretty good. Hi, are you winning? Yeah. I am gonna have to. I am going to have to edit, like, spend part of stream afterwards editing up the. I'll have to edit together the two parts so that they're together later. I don't really like putting up the streams if it's like I don't like uploading them as two separate videos. I always feel like that's awkward. Maybe it's just because I'm so used to the 4-hour stream blocks that it's like, ah, well, I'd rather just do it the way I would do it and then just be happy with it. Let's see. But it seems like I'm at least learning more about how the game is supposed to work. Oh, you know, I did this level earlier. Hang on. Quit this level. Hang on. I'd like to do some of the other levels while we're here, because there are some we haven't gotten any secrets in. So it would be good to acquire the secrets in other levels, if possible. Sky Arrow. What does this do for me besides... okay. I have no idea what it does. Genuinely less of an idea as to what it... Oh, God. Okay, now I have Sword Bullet. Honestly, this level... I feel like this level was one of the ones that made me really go, okay, they're introducing a lot of mechanics in a row. This is probably the one that I kind of was thinking, okay, yeah, this is... That's a lot to think about in a row, kind of thing. Oh, God. Ah. Okay, I still have over 50 coins, so this is fine. Yeah, I still have over 50, so I'm okay. We're good in the neighborhood. Okay. Whoa. Ow. This is definitely one of those levels where I did not pay enough attention to everything that was going on to understand all that I was witnessing. It's interesting because this one feels like it's introducing some, like, the most unique mechanics in a singular level. At the same time, I don't feel like it does as much with all of the new ones they did as I thought they could. It's kind of why I recommend that if you're gonna make levels like this, I feel like maybe splitting up some of the mechanics a little bit more, like, give some more time for each one to cook, would help a fair bit. At least that's how I feel playing this level. It feels like I feel like I've been even on the repeat. I feel like I'm like, okay, what do I need to remember, kind of thing. I do think in terms of mechanics, it does feel like I'm being told to remember a lot more than I think I reasonably, at least in terms of my brain. It's like, okay, what do I need to remember about each of these mechanics? And trying to pull all the information to my brain at the same time feels a bit like, okay, this is a lot for right now. It's a lot, Oh, nuts and bolts. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay. Definitely think this section in particular feels like the one that I thought was the jump a bit too far. Was the section with where these things had like it's the section with the fuel. I think the section with the fuel was the one that made me go, okay, how do we want to do that? How do we handle this one, There's a lot of this is, okay, how much can we... how many different mechanical ideas can you handle at once, kind of thing. I respect the gusto to want to try all these different mechanics at the same time, but also, holy crap, it is a lot. It is a lot to do. It is a lot to kind of grapple with all at the same time. Oh, man. Kind kind of wondering now I'm wondering now if stream is better or worse because I disconnected, but I think at this point it's the unfortunate thing is it's too late for me to turn back the clock and allow myself the chance to try it again. Oh god. Okay, here. There we go. Okay, there we go. Okay. Not bad. just jumping around like a fool. Up. I do appreciate the ability to spam the crouch. That is one thing that I think if you're gonna make any platforming game, if you can't spam the crouch, what are you doing, you know? Like, what's the point in that? Like, you have to be able to spam the crouch, you know? Like, spamming the crouch is just a natural aspect of the game. It is necessary. Ow. Ow. Maybe to some degree, it's in my mind, I feel like spamming the crouch feels like... It kind of reminds me of how certain emotes as they are. Like, the ability to spam implies the ability to communicate on a deeper level than just existing. I don't know, I think of like the Minecraft crouch spam to communicate to somebody that you want to talk, that you're trying to be friendly. That sort of feeling of, yes, I must communicate with you through this very bizarre method. All right, into the tower. Oh, crap. Yep. Well, at least I can go get my money. I can get my money back, so it's fine. Yeah, I think the developers definitely had that same thought of, like, you need to be able to spam the crouch. It simply is a must. Oh god. Up we go. Okay. See, there's a blue coin there, but I don't really know... Do not fully grasp 100% how to reach it, but that's fine. Okay. Ow. Yeah, we're getting no secrets this time, but at least we're seeing the level again, I would say, is the more important thing. I think getting to see the level again... Did I just see an Angry Bird? I don't think it's really an Angry Bird, just more of a, like, just kind of red bird. I guess any bird that's red with a white chest could be misconstrued as the Angry Bird, huh? Man, isn't that a sad thought? Like any bird that's reasonably close to the Angry, so like one of the Angry Birds. Oh god, no! Ah! Nuts. Oh crap. Blech. Can I... Oh, there we go. Okay, I can kind of just dip and touch it kind of thing. Kind of a hard one to land, I'm not gonna lie. Nope. Oh, no. There we go. Okay, that's two. I don't know what I'm opening with this, but I know I need to open it, so... Oh, crap baskets. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Yep. What am I doing? Ow. Aha! Okay, so where does this go? Whoa. Alright, amethyst. The rare amethyst. Known everywhere for its amethystness. Okay, here we go. Whoa. I'm going to get shot by cannons. Oh. Alright, we're good. Now that I think about it, I guess that is one thing that is a bit of an unfortunate circumstance for many games now, is if you make a like object or something that is like even slightly close to a already known character. You know, if you make like a character who's a bit too close to something that's already known, that you would end up inadvertently drawing comparisons like that. Like the Angry Bird comparison, it's like, even if it's not really an Angry Bird, it's like, okay, but if somebody thinks it is, it's very hard to convince them otherwise, you know? Like, that is actually very true, is that it is actually quite difficult to... If you tell somebody, hey, it's like, this is my character that I made, and someone says, yeah, that's just an Angry Bird, it's like, it's very hard to tell them otherwise, you know? That is actually one that I have definitely seen it happen before, where somebody makes it like their own character, and then they get told, yeah, that's just this other character, and man, it does suck a ton to be handed that information. Especially when you're trying to show somebody something that you're just making, you're pretty new at it. Somebody goes, oh, it's just this. It's like, oh, that's not helpful. I think especially in regards to getting feedback from somebody, it can really hurt the person asking for the feedback. Or the person asking for the feedback can be kind of hurt when it's like, yeah, it's like, oh, it's just this. Like, oh, okay, I thought I was gonna be able to talk about my thing, and then nope. It's like, oh. I have seen it happen to some devs where they make a game and then they get told, oh, it's just this, and it's like, oh, cool. It really does kill the motivation when somebody says, oh, it's just this. It's like, oh, okay. It's one thing to be like, oh, so you had an idea similar to this, and that's one thing, but it's another thing to just tell them outright that, oh yeah, this is just this, but again. It's like, oh, cool. Because it does definitely, it dings the... It definitely dings the self-esteem, frankly. Man, I cannot hit that thing. What the heck? Yeah, I think you're supposed to hit that one, but I don't know why I can't. Nope. Ah. Oh well. I should probably get out of here, because I kind of need to. Yeah, so I guess the other part of this that feels a bit odd is that we do skip boss fights now, so the level feels a bit... The level definitely feels a bit strange without the boss fight connected to it. Because it kind of feels like the boss fight is meant to be a sort of... Feels like it's supposed to be the capstone of the level, and then you have the bit afterwards. Now it just kind of feels like the level ends kind of abruptly without the boss fight. Okay, can I afford that thing, or... Can I afford the funny 7-ball? Actually, don't remember. Can I buy anything? Cost 100. God dang it. Yeah, I think I might just grab... I'm gonna grab this while I have the ability to. Okay, so how like... Oh, sorry. Okay, let me go test this new beam. That is considerably faster, yes. Okay, not bad. Okay, let's save the game. Let's see, how to get check marks. Find and complete the bonus space level. Complete the level without getting KO'd. Get every blue coin. Complete the level quickly. Power times vary per level. Find the secret treasure, 1 per level. Okay, the tough one I'm finding is the bonus space level. I still don't understand how to properly defeat them. Like how to beat those secret space levels. And, okay, I'm missing an amethyst here. I guess we're just gonna go digging for things that we're missing and see what we can find. Let's see, how about I go... I think the level I want to redo is... Let's do this one. This one we can redo because... I think we could work our way back towards Sugar Town and see if that helps us out. It's the... Wait, my time is 2 minutes, so 2:12. Oh, child. Get an update. Let's see. Generally, I'm doing my best to get things done. I say generally, but it's like I'm working on the book, working on the music. Besides that, I don't really have a whole lot else to report on. It's mostly just, okay, I've been working as best I can, doing what I can. That's kind of all I've got right now. And part-time job, I'm back on working on the part-time job again this week. Because I've basically been, I do my work hours on it, and then essentially what I do is I do my work hours on it, and then I get back to my project. So I've been kind of cycling between them in that manner, which seems to be a fine way to work on it. It seems like it works out pretty well, but it does mean that at times I will end up working a lot more on something on those rather than specifically, you know, I'm going to retry this level. I'm gonna try and go over the speed one really quick. I'm gonna do this as fast as I can just to see if I can get the speed time. See if I can do that very quickly. But it has been pretty slow working this year. I think this year in particular, my projects have definitely been having a hard time getting moving. I think specifically the speed at which I've been moving left, like in terms of the level, in terms of like getting work done, you know, getting milestones done and stuff, has been a little bit slower than I'd like. I'm trying to be my best to be kind with myself on that stuff though, because I do know that some of it is stuff that I just need to kind of mentally go through. That's okay. Hey, 48 seconds. Okay, I gotta admit, the fact that it skips the whole Spagonia thing, Badassia thing, does feel a bit awkward with this how this level is organized. Okay, so now I need to find how do I get to that one? The kid back here, but how do I can't reach that. Is there a thing I can do? Yeah, because this isn't that... Cannot acquire. Ow. Ow. Okay, it does have me seriously wondering... It does have me seriously wondering how do I go up and down in this level, because I don't think... Yeah, because I can't jump that high. How are you supposed to get up there? Because you can't get on the roofs or the rooftops either. I have not... I feel like most of this level's particular secrets I have become very incapable of figuring out, frankly. Mildly concerning, all things considered. Alright, that's 2. Ow. Up. Huh. Well, that's interesting. I didn't know that you could even do that. Because there are a couple balloons in this game that I don't think I've ever even tried popping, because I don't think I've ever been able to figure out how they work. That's on me though, I think. Oh, the moths are here. I see. Okay. Is that supposed to be Moni, or is it supposed to be? Because I see one with long hair. Is it supposed to be the Princess Spatula? Badassia. I keep calling Spagoni. I don't know why. Okay, so we still need to get the other stones. We do have the dream, though. Real talk, though, I don't think I've figured out how the space levels are supposed to work. I'm guessing there has to be some sort of upgrade or something we need, maybe? If I had to theorize, but even then, I feel like I understand very little on that regard. Do you know anything about that? Let's see. Interesting. They're just talking. Meow. I definitely don't know 100% what we... For completing the game, I'm not really sure what the game demands. We're doing pretty good on a couple things, though, at least. What's the lore of this game? Let's see. Can I guess the question is, can I break it down? From what I understand, there are multiple continents. Okay, let's start from the beginning. Moni is a fairy. They live in the fairy village. Her and her friends live off of literal sugar and like happy thoughts. I mean, they basically eat sugar, and like a lot of sugary desserts grow on plants. They like cows, and there's a bunch of... They basically enjoy living peacefully. Princess Badassia over there is... she's a 7-foot-tall blonde lady who's jacked, and her whole thing is basically that she wants Fairy Village because it's the only part of the entire continent that is not part of the whole empire thing. And apparently the two have been fighting for a very long time, according to the game. And this game in particular, she steals Moni's ability to fly and gives it to some weird little devil lady. And I'm not really sure why. There's a lot of magic in this world too, but I haven't fully sussed out the limits and the abilities of said magic. I've at least been able to understand that the magic itself is... At least to my understanding, the magic seems to be pretty tightly tied to, I think, emotions, frankly. Seems kind of like if a character is nice and sweet, they have different powers than if somebody's kind of like a rat. Besides that, though, I haven't fully determined what makes the magic what it is. Okay, this guy. Besides that, though, I haven't really sussed out everything else about the game. And in terms of the world building, most of it's just that, like, magic seems to be a very loose thing in terms of what it can and can't do. Because the most I've been able to understand is that its limitations are far... Like, it has far less limitations. It's more on the side of, like, okay, we're going to have a lot of different cool abilities, but its limitations are very vague, because I have not yet figured out what can't be done with magic yet. Which mainly seems to boil down to magic is really powerful, but it's... I think due to specifically to the vagueness of its abilities, I think it does have it has this propensity for being, like, frankly, kind of overpowered. Because I haven't yet figured out what it's specifically what it can't do is what I don't know yet. Like, clearly the magic has some rules, but I haven't... And it's... The thing I've noted also is that magic cannot solve certain aspects of the problems in the story. And we've at least one example of... We do have at least one example of anti-magic, right? Because in specific, the princess lady, she does actually use an anti-magic barrier to kind of shut off the ability of the protagonist to deal with her. So there's definitely some sort of, like, say, like, quiet understanding that magic can be countered in this world, but it's not really clear. It's not 100% clear, like, how that works either. At least I would say as much. Ow. Okay, there's a way up that way, but I don't know. It's definitely something that I have yet to fully understand is what's the because the other thing I do know is that there's a fair bit of world building, at least inherent to the setting, with the way that the world is organized, because there's a bunch of continents and different places people have come from. And that sort of stuff I kind of understand, but there's a great deal more information I don't fully have, frankly. But I'd say the big one is that I don't really know about the, like, they mention all the different continents and such, but I don't fully know what the... I don't really know the machinations of such places. Okay, so I opened that, but how do I get up there, though? Ow. I have not yet figured out how to get up there. I just know that I can. Or am I supposed to... Oh, you know what I just realized? I probably need to grab the... Let's probably grab the gem and then... Ow. Probably just grab the gem. It's probably grab the multi-jump ability and then go zooming backwards. Maybe? That would at least be my guess. I'm uncertain. I do feel like I haven't really gotten anything else yet. Oh, I see. I see that blue coin there, and I think I just need to... I just need to rush for it. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, I see. I need to wait for him. Okay, no, I understand. I'm a fool. Because he picks up everything he picks up everything he puts down. I just need to wait for him to get down here. He'll grab that, and then he'll... Yes. Need to wait for him to come down here. I need to jump this guy for his foams. There we go. Okay, blue coin acquired. Not bad. I think at this point, my main objective mentally is to try and find as much as I can in this game, and then if I don't find everything, I will leave it to you guys to go find the rest, because frankly, I feel like it's more of a fun thing if you guys go get this game yourself and finish it. Mainly because I want to support the devs, because I do think these devs deserve the world, frankly. It's one of those things where even if the game is not like it won't be my game of the year, I am still very much like, okay, yeah, no, this game is absolute peak though. I think especially this game is probably, if you want a new platformer that feels like some of the I call it the old magic. You know, that feeling of, oh, this game definitely feels like what games were doing in the 2000s that we kind of miss. I feel like that's the kind of thing, this is the kind of game that you would want to play, you know? Okay, I think especially if you're nostalgic for the 2000s, you need to play this game. I think this kind of platformer is very, it's very like peculiarly close to that genre, that feel of platformer. I think that's super neat, Howie. I think it's super neat. Wah. What is up here anyway? Oh. Okay, where does this take me? Where does this one drop me off at? I think it's over, it just drops me over here, I think, but... Whoa. What? Oh my god, wait, what? Oh, I fell into the... Oh, I see, I fell into the level change trigger from above. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Whoa. Oh, well, hey now. Okay, this one I think I forgot to open last time I was here. Yeah, there we go. I see it. How do I get up there? Okay, I see. Oh god. Ah! I don't think I fully understand. I do think this game has a fair number of those aha moments, you know, when you figure out something very important to understanding the game. Because it's like, as much as this game is a platformer, it does also have its fair share of puzzles that you just have to go and throw your head against, frankly. I think it does a pretty solid job of like maintaining that feeling of, oh, I got it, throughout its runtime. And whether you're like me and trying to, you know, like go and figure out all of the secrets and such, I do think that even if you're just gonna play through like once maybe twice, I think that there's a fair bit to understand as a player, you know? Hey. Alrighty, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here really quick because... Wait a minute. Do I need this for later? Now I'm thinking that I needed the harpoon gun for later. I really hope my suspicions are not proven correct when I go through here. Oh wait, I did this one earlier, doy. I remember now. I did this one earlier. Foolishness. Oh well. You know what? Good to be thorough, even if it's not correct. That's okay. Gives me more time to play the game anyway. I do think in terms of the world building, I do think this game, it's one of those things where it has the pros and cons of being one of those ones where you have to go and dig through the game to find its lore. And I think that's fine, but I do think that at times it can mean that for a player who's, you know, just here for the gameplay, they might get quite lost in regards to what is going on. So I could see that being... I could see the player getting lost in terms of the story being less of a feature and more of a bug for players who specifically kind of want the story to be made, you know, simple and clean. I could see that being something that... I could see that driving some players a bit nuts. Specifically the ones who want to know everything from the playthrough. I do wonder if, to some extent, games doing this more and more it might well be because of the rise in the, you know, the lore videos on YouTube. So I feel like every time a game comes out, there is at least one video or more breaking down you know, like what's the story, what's the everything, you know, what's the, you know, what is the story in totality, you know? And that's well and good. I think that's fine, but it does feel like, at least to me at times, it can feel a bit like, okay, the story is meant to be observed by the player. So it can feel a bit strange at times when... Okay, whoa. Okay, wait. I wanted to go to the one on the side, yeah? Okay, there we go. Maybe? No, I do want to go to the one down. Got it. Okay. Did I want to get here? I feel like I didn't want to get here. I have no earthly idea where I want to go anymore. Okay, I want to go up there, I think. Ow. Is this new or not? This is not new. Crap. I feel like this is the one, that's the one room I just don't feel like I understand it when I go into it. I think that's now more than once that I've gone through that room, and I don't think I've gotten any closer to figuring out what I need in that room. Ow. Just ow. But yeah, I do think that I think in general, though, most of the world building and the like storytelling in this game is done primarily with in-game... At least from what I've seen, it feels like it's a lot of in-game material, which is good. But it also feels like the story itself does not do a lot to illuminate the player, which is fine. But I also think that at times it can kind of lend itself a lot of room to say, okay, well, what is the story of this game? You can kind of go, Kind of another one of those where I could probably say, you know, I wish I could tell you more. At the very minimum, I at least understand to an extent what Moni's deal is. And it's like Moni's general, like the gist of Moni is that she kind of fashioned after a lot of the protagonisty types. Wait, can I stand on these? Oh, I see. I can stand on these. Oh, I see. Can I just say I did not fully understand these were things I could stand on? That's on me. Okay. Knowing that these are actually doable does change the game. Oh man, that background is kind of tripping me out, I'm not gonna lie. Whoa. Oh, hey now. Okay. Oh, hello, person. A fairy? Who are you and how you get here? Moni. I don't know how I got here. I jumped into a weird portal and poof, now I'm in space. I wonder if I can see my planet from here. You can't. It's been gone for millions of years now. It's not pure fantasy, but the portal took you to the end of times. You shouldn't be here. I'll open a portal to take you back to your time. Deeply sorry for the trouble I caused. Please accept this gift as consolation. The legendary D20. Thanks, but it wasn't your fault. I jumped into the portal. It's not like you pushed me. I'm the guardian of time. It's my job to keep every time period secure. This kind of portal shouldn't exist. It could cause serious damage to your timeline. Should have seen this irregularity and shut it down as soon as it appeared. Don't be so hard on yourself. Everyone makes a few mistakes from time to time. Not to mention you're managing every timeline. Sounds like the toughest, most demanding job in the world. What's your name, time lady? Spinel. Keep up the good work, Spin. Better get back to my quest. Be careful on your way home. Okay. Well, we actually did one of the missions. Does kind of make me feel a bit foolish for not even trying them earlier, but I guess to be fair, I didn't really expect the hourglasses to be things you stand on. Okay. Well, with that in mind, I probably should go back to the first level and go see about that. I won't lie, one thing that I do think about regularly with storytelling is I think whenever I think of the, like, doing multiple timeline things, it is definitely something that I consider with, like, okay, you really got to be careful when you do timeline stuff. It's exactly the kind of stuff that if you do it wrong, everybody will just poke fun at it. And if you do it right, someone will find a hole in your quantum physics, you know? It's exactly the kind of thing that a lot of nerds like to point at and, like, say, oh, this is wrong. And it's like, well, is it? The unfortunate thing with, I think especially with time travel is that, or like, I'd say anything time related is that your rules have to be very consistent. It's one of those things where the rules of time travel are very hard to properly work with, frankly. I don't even think I did it properly when I did my game. Like, even as somebody who's like, oh yeah, I do a lot of writing and I work with this sort of stuff regularly, I still think, okay, yeah, did I do it right? And I'm like, I don't know, man. Kind of one of those where I kind of shrug and I'm thinking, I won't lie, it's a bit dicey. The main problem is that, like, anything timey-wimey in your story is absolutely the kind of thing that is very easy to... It's very easy to end up making accidentally a bit too messy, you know? It's exactly the sort of storytelling piece that can be a little bit, like... be very easy to accidentally oops yourself into a plot hole, you know? A lot of it comes down to making sure that you're... I guess the way I would describe it is making sure your time physics are good, you know? Making sure that it makes sense across the whole story. I know in my case, I did a pretty solid job of keeping it from ever reaching further than, oh yeah, we have, like, there is, like, time stuff. I think with magic in specific, it's very hard to not do time stuff with your magic. That there is that, like, because I think time magic is one of those ones that's very hard to avoid when you're, I think especially when you're writing, it's like, okay, how do you it's like the question becomes, how do you avoid using it, you know? And that becomes a very hard question to answer. And I think the easiest way is to say you either have to limit it, like you have to limit it very harshly, or you have to very specifically make it. Frankly, I think time powers being an antagonist power is probably one, or like at the very least a neutral force in the universe, it's far more important when you're trying to write a story with stakes and a lot of like. If you want the story to stay focused on your characters, you absolutely cannot allow time magic to be something that is easy to get to. I do wonder at times if that would probably be why something like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure made it so that Jotaro was not allowed to use time stop. Like, he frankly was not allowed to keep that post part 4 because he really was like. It does open up a very big hole for trying to keep the story with some stakes, you know. I think the joke I make in like with the JoJo's reference in particular is that I feel like if Jotaro was moving around like he was in part 4, in part 6, the story would not happen. There are so many bits of the story that just would not happen if he was moving it like on demon time like he did back then. Thankfully, this game has made it pretty obvious that time stuff is very outside of the hands of like. I guess the funniest thing is I think Moni, in terms of actual power level, Moni's pretty low on the spectrum. At least from what I can see. Like, it kind of, at least from what I've been able to understand of this game and its storytelling, is that it does seem like Moni in particular is not particularly strong. Like, in the grand scheme of things, she's a scrappy underdog, and that's kind of her place in the world, which is great for a protagonist of a video game. And I think generally protagonists tend to be on the lower end. You have to really make a case if you're going to have a character who gets too strong in your setting. It has to be that they continuously rise to meet greater challenges, which also invites, okay, how do challenges keep getting worse for, you know, how do our intrepid heroes have even more scary things to deal with? If like the thing they first fought was like, you know, now considered like a termite in comparison to the current bad thing. Maybe I need to ride a laser beam this way. Wait a minute, I see it up there. Well, no, that. Yep. Okay. Ow. No, wait, the laser beam. Wah. Oh well. I don't think the laser beam was really supposed to be something important here, but I wanted to ride it and see what happens. That's okay. I actually think that this, I guess now talking about the world building of this game, I think the choices they did for like magic, for the, you know, like for how strong characters are, I think they made the right choices, frankly. I think in terms of a lot of that stuff, the choices they made in terms of character capabilities, you know, the strength of characters, at the very least, what magic can't do seems to be pretty clearly based on, I guess actually the way I would best describe it, it does feel a bit like magic cannot be used for like the most like demonic of ideas. Like, there's some darkness to the story, sure, but... Ow. Oh, I see, I whiffed. Ow. Okay, well, at least I can try again, that's fine. Hello, teddy bear. Oh, gummy bear, but still. But it does seem like... I guess in a way, because the world is trying to not be, like... In a way, I guess the best way I can describe it is because the world doesn't want to be so dark it's hard to see. The game has made it pretty clear that one of the things that magic can't do is be egregiously evil. That seems to be one of the like big points the game has made clear, is that you can't be like, it's not like you can't use magic for such evil purposes that it ends up making the story feel like too much of a downer, you know? Like, this is a place where fairies eat sugar and enjoy their life and have a fun time. And there is dark lore in there somewhere. And there's like some darkness in the corners, but at the end of the day, the game doesn't, I don't think the game wants to like nosedive its own, I don't think it wants to nosedive its own like brightness so hard that the player like kind of like feels like like you swallow a lemon, you know? It's like, I don't think they want you to make you feel like, I don't think they want you, the player, to feel dour while playing this game, you know? I don't think that's the case. Okay, I need to get up there somehow. Okay. Aha, the laser surf up there, that's right. Since I know that the space levels, since I know how the space levels work, I should be better off now. Meow. And even, I would even argue that part of this game's aesthetic... Whoa. I would actually argue that part of this game's aesthetic is kind of rooted in that feeling of the story knows that it doesn't want to get so dark that you can't see. Oh god, that's gonna be rough, ain't it? But I do feel like especially with this game's setting, I would say, I feel like this game's setting does kind of lend itself very easily to... I could definitely see somebody trying to, like, make the argument that the setting is supposed to be darker. But I don't know how true that is. You know, it's one of those things where I don't know if this setting would actually be made better from, like, diving into darkness. I feel like its current touches with it have certainly been enough to make it work, you know? Oh. Wow. Okay, well, thankfully it's just from here. Okay. Okay, is that... Is it rule of 3 or is it rule of 4 here? Okay, now I go down? Aha, there we go. Okay. Whack! I see. I understood part of this. Okay. I think the objective of this is so that I can... Maybe I can go that way? No. Whoa. Ah. Oh, I see. It's supposed to try and launch me up. There we go. Okay. I like the constant teleporter maze, but man, that is a lot. You again? Don't tell me you found another portal. That's right, I couldn't resist. I had to jump in. It's so fun here. What? Life has completely disappeared. Energy is fading away. Time will soon stop for good. How can you enjoy this nightmarish place? You can find joy anywhere with the right attitude. That's what my friend Anna always said. That's cute. It's a beautiful saying. However, anyhow, even if you like it here, you should get back home. I opened a portal for you. Take you back to your timeline. Can I stay a little longer? I'd like to chat with you for a bit. Sorry, Moni, but I can't talk right now. I need to make sure there are no other portals hidden across your timeline. Take this. It's a little something I made to thank you for your help. Charge star. Okay. Since I've conversed with millions of people over countless centuries, I can usually predict someone's intention before we even start talking. But you surprise me every time you speak. You're very hard to read, Moni. That's because I'm not a book, silly. Yeah, that's about it. You know what? Honestly, if I could find a better description, I think this is part of why Moni as a character works pretty well. Is also that she's a ray of sunshine who does not want any clouds to show up. Like, the idea is simple. She does not allow the clouds to show up. Platinum star. Oh. Okay, so now the first level is complete. 100% complete. We have finished the first level. That's pretty good. Okay, let me take a quick gander at... the toys. Let's see. Ability to charge regular blasts. Gives your magic blast a 25% chance of doubling the damage. That's pretty good. Okay. Okay, so we got the Mega Man style charging buster. Very good. Honestly, actually, the random double damage seems like the better of the two right now, because it feels like the kind of thing that would very easily let you just kind of demolish something if given the right circumstances. Okay, let's see. We still got some stuff to do. Like I said, I don't think I'll 100% the game, but I would definitely be pointing people towards playing it themselves, because I think a lot of people should go see this game, frankly. I think a lot of people would really like this one. Whoa. I do appreciate the Miku flower. Miku beam. Alright, here we go. Ow. Very good. But I do also think that I think in general, the thing I would point most to with this game is that I think if you're a player who happens to really enjoy the kind of games that want you to test yourself against what it is offering, this game would probably be a lot of people's favorites, frankly. Because a lot of this game is, okay, how much do you want out of it? And then from there, being able to say, okay, if you want to go for 100%, this game has a lot to offer. And if you want to go for, if you want to go for less, if you want to go for just required, required sections, you just want to see how you do against the platforming challenges, that is also there. Which I think is real neat. There's a blue coin over there. How do I reach this? Oh, I see. There we go. Blue coin. Yes. All right. Very cool. I think to some degree also, I think the world building is quite solid. I think, again, it's one of those things where I'm like, I think the more you want to dig, the more the game will have to offer. I think in some ways it depends on, like, if you find yourself liking the lore of the game, you'll end up I think you'll only find more to like. Whereas if I feel like, especially if you're not particularly feeling it with it, then it might not be like the easiest one to stay in. I've definitely played games like that where I have found the game where I'm like, oh yeah, it's pretty good, and then I go, oh yeah, but then you go, the lore is like, oh well, I feel like with fantasy worlds in particular, I think many people they want to not just like the characters, they also want the world to feel like a place they want to escape to all the time. Which I can understand. But I think it can certainly affect a player, or, it's like, even with, like, I would say it's a similar thing with books too, where if your desire to escape to that world supersedes your desire to understand it, to partake in it and then be able to leave it, I think in some ways that can be kind of strange. It can kind of estrange your relationship to the thing. I do want to I will probably have to, like, make clear that oh man, I don't know. I'm thinking, I'm really like, I have too many thoughts racing right now. I have too many things in my brain at the same time, frankly. It's one of those things where, like, unfortunately, I have too many things going on in my brain at the same time, and it does not make categorizing my thoughts any easier, you know? Okay, I do want to go back really quick because... Hello, Miku. Alright, the Miku plant will assist. Alright, there we go. Now it seems here... Ah! Well, that didn't go so well. Oh, I'm out of beam. I'm out of beam. I'm out of glitch. I think the biggest thing I could point to with the whole glitch beam stuff, maybe this whole game, the whole thing I've been kind of dancing around this whole stream, has been the fact that I feel like, in terms of mechanics, the glitch beam on its own is already fascinating. And then this game decides to also throw in the, you know, dozen plus mechanics like, kind of like implied by its genre. These mechanics implied by its genre kind of, I feel like inadvertently, that's kind of the thing that sort of strikes me, is that this game has so many different mechanics going on. And then it also has it's like it has the glitch beam, and then it has all this other stuff with it. Whereas the glitch beam on its own is already a fascinating mechanic, so at least to me it feels like it almost like an overkill in terms of mechanical like density. Like the number of mechanics we got going on in this game. That we have the glitch beam, which already does a ton of crazy stuff. And then we have all the other, all the like platformer standard fare kind of thing, you know? Like the usual suite of mechanics that exist in a platformer game. And then we also happen to have that. We happen to have like the rest of it. Just like, oh, okay, cool. Even, and especially with, like combined with the additions of things that are, you know, like kind of inherent to... Like the platformer genre already has a lot of things that are like a suite of grab bag, like a grab bag of things you can use. So adding even more to that encyclopedia of things you can grab mechanically. Ow. To me, at least, it feels like, okay, sometimes the game does go for overkill on mechanics, which can be quite fun. I think in terms of this game's like what it's got going on, it certainly will not leave you wanting in terms of stuff to figure out. But I do think to some degree, as I've said, I do think that to some level it is like, okay, there's a lot to think about. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. I'm gonna go get my money back. There we go. Whew, okay. I do appreciate the faster beams now. Okay. We're okay, we're good. We're actually almost to the amount of money we need for the thing that makes the enemies drop money. Jump. Okay, switch. This is definitely one of those levels, though, that mentally it's like, okay, what am I doing here, man? This level definitely has a lot going on that I have to, like, mentally taking it in all the time is like, okay, whoa. Oh. Miku plant. All right, there we go. Yeah, this is another level where I would definitely say, in terms of raw, here's how much is going on in the level. I do think this one almost reaches the it's a bit too much threshold. Almost. I would say almost. Only because I think almost to some like bizarre degree, I feel like the fact that some of these are also, you know, familiar from earlier, that helps. The Holy Toledo. Sometimes it's like, okay, this is a lot for me to mentally kind of keep up with. Okay, teleported me back here. Where's the thing I was looking for? It's not here. It's back. I have to go back. Back it up. Ow. Oh, I have to do all that again. Mwah. Oh well. Probably would help me to locate the thing. Okay, switch one. Where is the thing? Okay, it's right here. Okay, so it's there. Oh, jeez. I'm back now. I had to switch stream because of stuttering while I was working today. Well, it was. I know that at the very minimum, I know that the stream was having some lag anyway, so we had to reset anyway. So it's good to see you back there. Where am I going? Oh god. Ow. It does seem like the lag monster was here. Oh god. Ah! Miku plant. Alright, here we go. Okay, there we go. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna grab this peppermint while we're here because we need it. Ow. Okay. Up we go with the Miku plant. Ow. Okay, I do not like this, the green wizard. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, there we go. It seems like though Twitch was having a bit of a hissy fit today anyway, because seems like a fair bit of Twitch was being kind of finicky for a little bit there. At least for connection stuff. Not sure what the deal is with that. Hoping the problem has not persisted. I guess I'll find out based on how long it takes between messages to show up. Oh, I missed one. Where's the other switch then? Okay. I did not find the other switch yet. Okay, how? Where is it? Okay. Where is the other switch? Oh no. Ah! God dang. God dang it, son. Okay. Ow. I will not tell a lie. I'm a little bit... I'm a little bit like, okay, come on, man. I just need to find the... Okay, you know what? I'm gonna dip from this. You know what? No, we'll keep going in this level because we need to take the money home. Among other things, we need to get all the other stuff back. So let's just keep moving. All right, get rid of this guy. I'll come back for this later, I think. I'll have to come back for it. That's fine. Rear. Ah. Ow. I'm brute forcing now. I know that I know that I'm going a little too fast. I know that. Okay. Yeah, I think Twitch was throwing a bit of a hissy fit, and I don't really know why though. Yep. Yep. I think in this case, I might just be that because it said that I was having some connection issues with the server, so it might have been just like maybe a momentary lapse over on Twitch's end. Who knows? See, we're at 10:15 right now. I do want to talk schedule stuff a little bit. Because I do want to mention that... Ow. I do want to mention that the next big series we're doing on... How's the butterfly hunt been going? Not too bad. We haven't found many of the butterflies. We found a couple of the butterflies, but not all of them. I think more importantly, I have found a good chunk of the... Ow. I did find a good chunk of the... Oh, there she goes. Oh, there goes Miku. Free and powerful. I think more importantly to me, I've been finding a lot more of the, like, the game's secrets in general. At least to me, it's more important, because I've been taking the time to explore the game has definitely made me a bit more aware of what it's hiding. Let's see. Teddy bear or gummy bear, but you know what I mean. At the very minimum, I am becoming more aware of what the game can do. Ow. Ow. Ah, whatever. Just keep it going. What? I don't think I understand what I was supposed to do. All right, we're here again. Ready for stories. What happened next? Oh yeah, that's right. See, after Erin sent the letter to her parents lying about the teaching job, she couldn't stay at the school's dormitory anymore. She packed her bags and her dress. Left to find a job in town. The college she was studying at is located in Hell's capital, the biggest city on the East Continent. Most of the jobs there are office-related, which wasn't good for Erin. She's more of a manual worker. She's good for jobs where you don't have to think or work under a deadline or read. They did say the job hunting wasn't going well. After blowing last coin on junk food, couldn't pay for the hotel room she was staying in, she became a homeless witch. Imagine how it feels to have nowhere to go back to when the day is done. Alright, my cousin might be careless, but she's courageous. She lived under a bridge for 3 weeks. That's incredible. Can't even sit on the ground for 2 minutes without worrying about the dirt, bugs, and dust. She's begging on her usual street corner. Erin saw 3 guys robbing a demon girl. You already know this. My cousin loves to play the hero, so of course she didn't pass up the opportunity. Demon was very grateful, invited her over for dinner. Let's see. Invite from a demon. Known a few, and they're all very nice. Even if the demon she met was a nice one, she shouldn't accept dinner from a stranger in a strange town. Got to the demon chick's apartment, told her how she ended up homeless. So the demon let her stay rent-free. So that's the person we fought, the boss earlier, Iburi. So that's the boss we fought. How long have you been staying at Erin's place? I don't know. I'm not a calendar. Why? I'm just wondering. One day last January, Erin... Wait, another call? It's Minette. Gotta take this one. I'll never hear the end of it. Okay, so now we have... Saying one day, Erin stopped by my mother's house with the demon chick to see me. They were looking for a place to stay. She didn't want to go back to her parents, obviously, if she did. But she picked up on her decade-long lie about never graduating. And never get a place. I've heard rumors of an abandoned mansion somewhere in the Purple Path. The owner died recently. No one claimed it. Oh, so that's where the red mansion is. Okay. Too harsh. It looks great. Teleporting mirrors are a nice touch. Oh no, it's this place. Never mind. Hate the mirrors though. So wait, are both there? I'll explain the cat smell. The damn smell. It haunted me for months, but my nose got used to it, so I don't smell it anymore. Okay, so basically, Erin and Iburi are like BFFs. That's what it is. She'd eat fast food a day and not gain a pound. He's darn blue hair everywhere. Never puts out a new teeth. What the heck? New teeth? What the heck? This is a lot of information we don't need. Okay. Oh, you mean the big scary princess? Yeah, they're good buddies for sure. They sometimes meditate in the woods together. Erin's always been a fan of spiritual hippie stuff. I'm surprised the princess joins in. Wait a minute, you said you're friends with Erin, right? Why didn't you just ask her about the princess shovel? Oh, you get it. You're jealous she spends more time with her than she does with you. How cute. Aw, Erin's been acting weird lately. Oh, yeah. Why would she steal from her friend? Erin's way too honest for that. I can 100% assure you she had nothing to do with the whole robbing your power thing. Well, that's pretty much wrong, as we have found. So that's interesting. I'm guessing that it's because Erin, like, Iburi takes precedent over Moni. That would be my working theory. Okay. I'll have to keep my eyes open. I'll have to keep my eyes open while we're going through this section to see what we can find. Do quite like the music in this section. Owie. Well, that's pretty good. Okay, so that just brings us back here. How do I get over there? This is gonna be one of those. I will say this teleporting stuff. I think I kind of wonder if to some extent my brain simultaneously can do this stuff and doesn't like doing this stuff, only because of I'm thinking of like the Team Rocket base in Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. So I remember, I think specifically teleporters in Pokemon games really do just. I think they do something to the young brain, either as a like. Either as a trauma response mechanism or just purely a desire to not want to do this more, to do these sorts of things more than once. I couldn't tell you for sure, but I definitely think my brain gets a little bit fractured by this sort of stuff. Wonder if to some extent it's because of the constant teleporting kind of like starts weighing in on your brain a little bit, like because you're really losing your spatial positioning. I always figured to some extent it was because the way that the game itself is asking you a particular question. Feels like it's almost like a proposition, like it proposes an idea and you just have to go no. I think this sort of puzzle, though, it does feel like, to me, it feels rooted in that. I mentioned earlier that that this game feels like it's rooted in a certain nostalgia. I feel like these kind of puzzles were very easy to make as a developer in the 2000s because I think everybody was doing them. You know, frankly, I feel like everyone had an idea like this to because we all saw something like this. Like I said, I mentioned mine with Pokemon, but I think a lot of games just had that oh, here's a bunch of teleporting. Like, have fun figuring out the teleporters, you know? In a way, I feel like it is actually quite a bit of fun to figure once you get it figured out, you know? Oh, green one. Ow. The cow. Lit. Lit. The only downside is this one, it's the teleports take you all the way back to the beginning when you mess up, so that can sometimes feel a bit like, oh god, please no. Gives you that sort of oh no kind of feeling. I think a lot of that comes from that feeling where you know you have to do it again kind of thing. And it does feel weird that there's no boss fight here. Just out the thing we go. Oh boy. Not bad. Alrighty. Oh jeez. Taking a stretch break for a moment here. I will give extreme credit to the musicians who worked on this game, that the music, if there's anything that the music has done very well, is that it feels like it represents the world of this game very, very well. I think that's one thing this game's music has done very consistently. It is definitely something that is not easy to land. I think nailing the tone of game to music can sometimes be a bit harder. So the fact that he kind of nailed it, I think really worked. It really works well in the game's favor. Hey. Okay. This level in particular, I do want to be a bit better about exploring when I can help it. I should have gone and spent my money before I went here, though. Probably would have been good for me, huh? Well, as long as I don't die, I think I should be fine. Ow. Actually, come to think of it, if I don't die in this level, that would actually be really good, because that means that... if I can avoid death in this level... and we could theoretically... oh god. Nope, I... shouldn't have said anything. Oh well. I could go for that blue coin though, now that I can go for bombs and stuff. Okay. Oh, there's Bombird. Oh, I have no energy. Oh well, what are you gonna do? We're okay. I still have no energy. God dang it! Having no energy at this level just kind of sucks because it means you just have to deal with it. Oh well. What are you gonna do? Oh, apologies. Oh, jeez. My body is saying that I have been awake too long. Maybe it seems like a lot of my... Oh, that's right. I can move the balloon over in it. Yeah, that's right. Okay. If I hit the reset button... Aha, there we go. Okay. That's right. Okay, so if I move this over... Okay. God dang it. Well, that's just stupid of me. Oh, man. Ow. Do you kind of wonder how and why was it built this way in specific? Been kind of wondering a little bit about some of the mechanics. I've also been wondering how, like, what drove them towards certain mechanics and away from others. So something that does come across to me that I'm like, okay, what is the objective of some of these? Because generally, when you make a mechanical choice in a game, you do want to have an idea as to why you're doing something. I think with that one in specific, I kind of question what's the deal with the balloons. So I think the balloons might be the one mechanic I don't fully get why they did it that way, but that one might be more of a personal. Like, I don't know if as a developer I would have made the same choice, which kind of says what I kind of was like. Well, what would I know? Because I don't think I have the same. I definitely don't have the same idea for it. So it's, but I do like finding those balloons. But sometimes it's like, okay, what is the deal with these things? Oh god. Okay. Let's see. Man, we are 6 coins away from. Okay, okay. If I can at least survive this level, we'll be fine, because 1 coin away, huh? Oh god. Meow. There's a blue coin there, but how do I get in there in the first place? Because I don't even really recognize how to get in there. Also, another one that I do give... Oh, yeah. Okay, hang on. I need to drink this again. Wait. How did I miss that? It just occurred to me that I somehow missed the very thing, the one up there. God dang it. Okay, hang on. There we go. Okay, there we go. Most excellent. Whoop. Okay. Oh boy. But I will say, schedule-wise, I do want to talk about the game that we're going to be doing, or at least the games that we're going to be doing in the next week, because we're going to be starting 2 big ones. Mainly because I want to. And also because I can. But more specifically, it's because one of them is a game I've been kind of not holding off on, but more so that I kind of kept forgetting to get back to like going to play. And the other one is because I got it for Christmas and a while ago, and I really wanted to see what actually is going to go on with this one. And it looks like one of those games that's going to emotionally damage me, and that's fantastic. That's how you know it's good. That's how you know it's the good stuff, frankly. Because we have... The games we're looking at for the next week, because we are gonna. I'll talk now about schedule. Ow, ooh. Because we're going to be doing Wednesdays are going to be Final Fantasy X and by the way, both of these are going to be on the PS3, so we're playing on the original hardware type thing. Or I say as original as we can get hardware, you know. But we're doing PS3. We're doing the HD remaster of Final Fantasy X, which given that we're playing it on the PS3 with my HD converter, because the PS3 hates being put into an Elgato. We are going to. It's gonna be a bit crunchy, but I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be real good. Because the PS3 is. I like playing stuff on the PS3 again. It feels good. And Thursdays are gonna be Eternal Sonata, which, if you don't know what that game is, don't worry. I actually don't either. That's the one I got for Christmas that I have no idea what it's truly going to be, but I'm excited to see what it has. It looks really cool. I do like what it's serving, and the story, it feels like it's already. They give you like a little preview in the menu. Wait a minute, did I go the other way? Did I check the other way yet? Blue coin right there. Oh, I need the bird. I need one of those birds. Crap baskets. Okay. Okay, that was just kind of funny. Okay. Ow. Ow. Okay, we're good. Please. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, please let me hit the thing. I keep if I mess it up that much, I should at least hit the thing. Oh, I have no glitch. I have no glitch meter. Crap baskets. Okay. Well, that sucks for me. I'm pretty sure the... Ow. Well. Oh, okay, let's just go. Okay, I'm just gonna dip because at this point I think at this point I might be exhausting my ability to do like top tier gameplay right now, so might be wise for me to slow down. And oh yeah, also schedule stuff. Sunday I'll be playing Slay the Spire 2 because okay, I'm going to have to play it at least once on stream. I've been playing it a lot off stream. So I'm going to need to do it at least one stream of it. There's absolutely no reason for me not to, frankly. I think honestly the big one for Slay the Spire was just the fact alone that it already has to me at least, it has the same level of staying power as the original. So I'm thinking, yeah, no, I need to play some more of that. Hey, more cash. Ow. Ow. Why did I do that? Wait, I lost 5 coins. Wait, why? I thought I only lost 3. Nah, whatever. I'll just keep going. Alright, now the question is, can I jump this? No, you cannot. Okay, good to know. Whoa. Alright, let's keep going. I'm looking forward to the new games we're starting this week. I'm also looking forward to... Ow. I'm also looking forward to... Okay, man, I'm down... I could have gotten that thing. I could have afforded that thing if I had freaking... nuts and bolts. If I hadn't gotten so greedy. And... Okay. Okay, as long as I don't die again, we should be able to keep our money. Okay, we'll say one thing this game does remarkably well, that it's something that I've actually been very adamant about in the part-time job, is using collectibles as a sort of like way to lead the player's eyes to go where you want them to go. I think this game, it's probably one of the things that, in terms of level design, this game probably does a lot better than other games do, is using items as a way to guide the player. Because as much as it's like an equal part of the level design as the blocks themselves is the things that lead you around the level. And I do think this game does a fantastic job of using items to lead the player's eyes where they want them to go. So you can see it there that like all the peppermints spread out through the level do lead your eyes towards where they want you to go. It's one of those things that it seems obvious when you see it from the outside, in terms of level design, but okay, I understand now. I need to bring this balloon with me. Okay. Okay, the balloon's on the other side of this now, so now I need to... So that's how it works. I understand now. Okay, so... Oh, did I miss the other switch, or... No, I didn't miss the other switch, right? No, it's just right here. Aha. Did I do this already? I don't think I did, but... Let's go see. Wherever this goes, let me go see it. Just so I can double check. For my own sake, I did not get this one. Enhance your power. Oh. I didn't get that one. All right, very cool. Oh, wait. While we're here. Yes, I want this. Okay, so now we have the 7 ball. Very cool. Very exciting. Meow. Okay, so that means that we... Essentially, we have now, like, some of the most important upgrades in the game. That's pretty good. We'll say, bless the game for not allowing you to knock the balloon further than the player than you need to. Good on him for that one. Okay, up here. Oh, hey, there's the thing. Okay, I found the space portal. Ow. Okay, I'm probably gonna die, but that's fine. I did that on accident. Ooh. For some reason, this area gives me the vibes that I got from the final boss of Look Outside. For those who remember me playing that game for Halloween this last year. For some reason, those are the vibes I get from this particular... Not really 100. I couldn't really tell you why this reminds me of Look Outside so much, like a ton, but it really does. I think to some degree it's the spacey aesthetic. Maybe it's the... I think the Cosmos invite a challenge to the senses, so maybe that's part of it. I feel like that's something that like feels true to me no matter what when I think about it, is that if you're thinking about space, you're going to challenge your own ability to scale things. So I feel like the brain's ability to comprehend space does not actually work. Case in point, I didn't know it was real that it takes 3 days to reach the moon. I didn't know that because in my mind, the moon felt like, oh yeah, the moon launch happened in a day. And that's not true. You know, like that's not even categorically true. It's the sort of thing that feels like, okay, but the moon is closer than that, right? It's like, no, it's not. It's not even close. And that's the sort of thing that when you really stop and think about it, it really does like, okay, what does that mean? You know, like what does that mean for us as like a species? You know, it's like, oh, I see. The moon is like that much, not only is it that much larger, that it's like, oh, it's that far, it's that huge and that far away, but it's also like, oh, the moon is so like incomprehensibly large. Oh crap, baskets. Ow. But it's also like, oh, this is a object of such insane, like, distance from the planet that it's like, oh, okay, it takes days to reach the thing. Because that was in Fuga Melodies of Steel 3. There's like the whole like thing with the moon. And I remember thinking like, oh, that seems kind of long. But no, that's real. Not only is it real, but it's also like, oh, I see. So that's like, it kind of reminds me of like the incomprehensible scale of space. You know, it's like, oh, geez, that's like worryingly large, frankly. I don't think that's right. Ow. Okay, how do I... Okay, this one is the one I'm a little bit confused by. Maybe it's like this? Okay. That. Oh, I had it too. Oh, nuts and bolts. Okay. That will. Whoa, wait now. Okay. My ability to time these jumps is definitely a bit... I think the RBG effects are definitely causing my brain a bit of a protuberance. Okay. I think if I... Okay, there we go. Okay. Now I can land like this, and there we go. Hello again, spin. Whoa, you scared me, Phew. I'm so not used to having random visits from a star fairy. I really need to remember my scanners can't detect your kind. Why? Is it because we're super sneaky? Even though I don't doubt your sneaking skill is a bit more complicated than that, due to your biological clocks, it's impossible for regular time-reading devices to read you. That's interesting. Looks like I have another skill I didn't know about. Can you tell me more about biological clocks? I'd love to, but I need to get back to work. I think I'm close to finding out what's causing all these time portals to appear. Greatly appreciate your help. Having someone help me look for these portals takes so much weight off my workload. Here, take this. A little song I made you for everything. Hope you don't think I'm only helping to get rewards. Don't worry, I know you have a hero's heart. Seeing people happy is its own reward, right? That's right. I knew it. Looks like my scanners are picking up on something. I should get back to work. Be careful, Moni. Speedy slippers? That's adorable. All right, let's get out of here. Well, you know what? The space portal is in and of itself a reward, so that's good. This is definitely its own reward, given that it is important we get all those, so that's good. Good stuff. All right. All right, very good. All right. I think this is a good spot to call it. I don't know. I'm like, I feel like I need to... I should also double check my systems now, because I just realized that, yeah, kind of had the realization that I should make sure that today's stream difficulties were not because of anything tech side on my end, so I want to double check that. So I'll do that check. I'll do diagnostics and stuff and make sure everything's good for next time. So thank you all for coming by. Thank you to everyone who came by and couldn't stay to the end. Yeah. So, game's really good. I highly recommend. It's on Steam, so go get the Glitch Fairy. If you guys want to see more of it, I'll probably play some more off stream to try to, like, you know, see what else I can find. But if you want to see more, let me know. Otherwise, yeah. So this week we're gonna start Final Fantasy X and Eternal Sonata, and we're gonna play some Slay the Spire this next Sunday. So, thank you all. Hope everyone had fun today. And I hope everyone has a good week this week. I know that this week is going to be probably a bit more stressful for everybody, because the weather seems to be doing it's doing a death spiral, because I think spring is not allowed to happen, apparently. So I hope everyone stays safe and stays warm and does well. So, Now and whenever I see you guys next, goodbye for now, and thank you so much. I'll see you soon.